Trading futures in the night zone, cold rocket dreams, resilience in the fold. Hedge pressurizing, the charts are bold. DD bands rapping, stories untold. Riding with rockets through the AI, up we go, reaching for the sky. Every trade hold never dies, on the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory, heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red flashing, voices loud, future kings spinning on their cloud. Riding with rockets through the AI, up we go, reaching for the sky. Every trade hold never dies, on the edge as the numbers fly. Ascending, mind on fire, never ending. Trees of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Riding with rocket, scooter, AI, up we go, reaching for the sky. Every trade, oh, never dies, on the edge as the numbers fly. Charts, midnight glory, heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red flashing, voices loud, future kings standing on their cloud. Checking the charts with their AI, up we go, reaching for the sky. Every trade hold never dies, on the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, tracking the charts, midnight glory. Sanctuary in awe, it's blending. Mind on fire, never ending. Dreams of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night.
Hello, friends. Good morning. Good to see you all here. How y'all doing? All right. Oh my God. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Where's the good mornings in chat? I love seeing everybody here. Good morning. 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 Brad likes to tuck you in at night. I have to wake you up. Run into your bedroom, throw a bucket of ice water on your face, wake you up. That's how it goes. Good morning. So I'm wearing my Fun and Futures t-shirt today to celebrate. We're doing a massive 20 account My Fun and Futures rapid giveaway today, starting now until tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. They're doing a pass one, get one offer on all their rapids. So if you guys use My Fun and Futures, every one that you buy is a pass one, get one. It's pretty crazy. One day offer with code Rocket Scooters. So check that out. It's FYI. Yeah, let me make a tweet about that. Rapid. They're coming out with a new plan at My Fun and Futures, by the way. I don't know how much I'm supposed to tell about it. You guys know me. I'm the person that doesn't like to leak. Ugh, I slipped on my neck wrong. You know, I don't like to be like the person that leaks the thing. I like to give you guys the mystery and then let them say. But I had lunch with Matt Leach and Luke came out to Houston like last Wednesday. We went and had lunch and they were telling me all about it. They were asking me, the funny thing was they were debating on, they had kind of like a standing bet between them, like which name sounded better. And they were like, which of these names sounds better for the new plan? And IDOC and I were helping them pick. So we were listening to the names and, you know, we were like, this one, or is it, you think this one is better or that one's better? So maybe we had a hand in helping them pick the name. They were both torn on what to call it. So anyways, new plan coming out. It's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be more towards the value end of the spectrum. Kind of like remember how the core plans were kind of like that? Just like that. Very popular plan. So you'll be getting like a new core-ish equivalent if you guys remember. Do y'all remember? Y'all remember? Yeah. Y'all remember the cores? Oh, they were great. I gotta give you all the details and, you know, I always let them make the announcement. It's their business decision to launch it when they do. So, but I know a lot of people are like, hell yeah, the core was badass. Just start thinking like core-ish. So them making a, you know, sort of like that sort of end of the spectrum rather than the expert end of the spectrum sort of thing. Anywho, good morning, guys. Good morning, Levi. Good morning, Wildman Viper. Good morning, Lucas. Good morning, MS Gufo. Good morning, Digital Nukes. Fraser. What's up? Simon Fraser. Hey, what are you playing? What games are you playing right now, by the way? Are you guys, my Raiders in here, are you guys still playing Arc Raiders still? I haven't touched Arc Raiders in like over a month. I've been like casually playing Crimson Desert when I can, but I haven't been doing much lately. Saint Ems, good morning. Nox Nostalgia, Nick Nostalgia, good morning. Kevin, good morning. Jorge, Acti Broski, RTK, what's up? Good morning. A5, good morning. ID, Miss K, Digital Nukes, good morning. Corey, Bibusa, Deagle, RTK, Marco, good morning. Good morning, Mikey, good morning, RTK. Already said your name. Well, good morning twice. Hello, hello. Only Iran will save the market. No idea what's going on with here. I'm so scared to trade this market after like the last couple days. My read of it's been completely wrong, so I might not be doing much until I can get a grasp on things. I hate whenever I become like detached from the direction it's going. I mean, like, you know, yesterday all signals are bearish and the market split bullish, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, something's going on. And when that happens, it's hard to read. Woo! I got myself an eye dock and a towel.
I don't have pants.
Thank you. Thank you. Is there a ketchup? All right. Guys, I got like this amazing breakfast. You don't have to stand there if you don't want to. You're wearing it.
I gotta tease them somehow.
Look at this. Look at this, guys. I got like an IHOP style hash browns. I love those. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
How do you cook these, by the way?
Oil and
They're so good.
I don't put a ton of oil, so it kind of tastes like metallic sometimes.
No, I like it. Dude, I can eat hash browns like all day. It's like the French fries for breakfast. You out of breath? From running up the stairs. Thank you for breakfast, by the way.
Somehow just leave it out.
Oh, he's gonna be here at 8:45. If you don't mind. Okay. Thanks, bye-bye. Good morning. Back to everybody else in the good mornings. Hello, 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 hello. Who am I missing? Ali, good morning. Sumo Show, good morning. Duarte, good morning. And everybody else. Blackouts, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, Ryan Wade, good morning. Okay. New to chat. Hey, Wesley, welcome to chat. Good morning, good morning. Can I scoot with you today? Are you guys ready to scoot? Are you ready to scoot today? All right. Top-down analysis, Sarah. Yep, let's go for it. Let's talk about who feels left out. Oh, Charlie, good morning. I didn't see your name in there earlier. Good morning. All right. Okay, y'all ready to scoot? You guys ready to scoot? Let's scoot and go. Okay. So here is a, hold on, let me balance this a little bit. Here is a very confused Matt. For whatever reason and I know I'm only confused now. I know things are going to make sense in a little bit. My read on the market is wrong, and I don't, well, I mean, no, my read on the market's right, but Wall Street is disagreeing with the structure of the market. There is some mad rush for bullish. Remember yesterday, market opened, we hit that MHP, pulled back, all resiliences were negative, and then some news came out and the market just goes, it's one of the biggest updates we had in a very long time. It just went up until close. I took a stab where I should have, which is off of MHP, which is perfect. I was at maybe like 20 something K. And then I got squeezed on the news and I was like, yeah, you know what? When we fill the gap, let me take it a second time. We filled the gap and again, I got squeezed a second time. So it's like, whatever is causing this, and I know it's like, it's the obvious trade as well, where we got peace in the, the Iran situation, so we can be bullish. For me, this is like watching people cover shorts and become bullish here is very confusing to me with the timing of this. So normally the declining economic data without this will sort of project into like future movement in the market towards the slower downside. I thought we would just be like waving down, almost like 2022. We're going to move in waves like this until earnings kicks us out, probably 2 seasons from now. But it seems like whatever case may be, the market, as it's following its normal trajectory of, okay, we're going to hit these resistances and do what we should be doing. Some manipulative news comes up and pops it when it hits these key levels. And it just seems to be, you see this happening a lot. Like even here, right? Whenever you get close to like here and you get a second low, then some news turns the gamma positive, right? Here, same thing. You start to reject the gap. Perfect again. Entry again, got busted by news. Entry again, get busted by news. And it's when you look at this, it's like, okay, it's not like you're doing anything wrong technically. It's not like you're reading the market wrong, but there is certainly some kind of market manipulation going on, basically by some sentiment in Wall Street I can't pinpoint. So whoever sees something or knows something, what you usually tell yourself is, who's doing that? It's usually hard to tell who's doing that and why. What is it that they know that I don't know? So then I have to say, let me start guessing. Let's start thinking ahead. What is making this market get a wave of bullishness now? Are we just squeezing shorts and that's just creating a thing? We have expiration on Friday, by the way. Maybe that could be the case. Is there some kind of inside info that we don't know about the Iran situation? Or is there some kind of inside information that we don't know about some kind of earnings? Now, in this environment, chips, right? Chips were taking the reign and going straight up, right? We've got all the stuff. I mean, you've had some of the most powerful rallies that we've seen in NVIDIA the last 2 days. And NVIDIA has kind of been a dog for the last, you know, I don't know, 6 months. Nvidia has just been push. And like you can say, at least in the last week, there was a strong rally these 2 days. And then of course, the Tuesday that we kind of rallied that day, traded. But there's just been a very, very, very strong movement here. Now, Nvidia has hit impact line from a run length line from that big sell-off. These are the resistances, 190, 193. I think this is about where it's going to test. If it is bearish, if not, we fail these tests there. So keep those marked on your chart, 93.5, 90.5. And we've tapped it right there in the morning. VIX is just an absolute decline. Again, this is just confusing to me because the market started, again, December has been the most confusing month for me ever. And this is coming up to be close to it as well. It's making no sense. When December, when everything was fine and projections were good and everything was lovely, people started selling off. And now when everything is terrible and looking crappy and looking almost recession level, things are starting to rally. Oh, Fraser, I saw your answer. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's a little backwards. So normally, if you can say that the market's like detaching from the reality or what you expect, it's always good just to sit back and give it like a week or something. Let the market finish whatever it is it's doing, and then sort of make a judgment call there. So I might not be trading super heavy anymore until like a week from now. So I've taken a couple of hits in the account, but I'm still crushing it. I mean, I just don't want to. I don't want to get like out of sync, because if I immediately turn bullish the minute I do, the market's gonna turn bearish. Like, I don't. It's like the market's going up, but I don't want to be a bull. I felt this way back in 2022. I had the same sentiment where it's like, okay, it's gonna rally for a couple months, but then that's gonna turn back down. And this could be that sort of thing. Today's economic data. Let's see what we got going on here. President Pump and his plunge protection team, 100%. So PPI came out today. That was this morning. A 0.5% against a 1.1 forecast. Garbage. Month over month change. Let's double check this. Let me load these up really quick. Right click. Oh, my right click not work. Like frozen. Oh well, we'll get to it later. Everything came out really just bad against expectations. Same as expected, right? Like nothing's coming out good. I don't know why it's frozen. Oh no. Spinning wheel here. Okay. Well, we'll let it simmer and do its thing. If you want to mark your yellow lines for Nasdaq and S&P, 892 is the next one. Let's mark it over here. We was past at 206 and kept going. 892. So you're gonna have yellow line, and so today, again, for whenever I'm normally doing this, like whenever you get those sort of like, you know, markets that do this, which is what we had in 2022, we could be in the middle of this, right? So the way that I usually take it is I don't trade during news at all, because all it takes is whatever day there's bad news, that's the day it sells off. So you get some kind of pop and drop. PPI is probably not gonna be the news that does it. But what I do is I use my yellow lines as the targets to short from. So like the market's not going to open, I'm going to fill the gap and try to short. I'm going to wait to get a really substantial move like here. So I might be tapping shorts one more time in there and then taking tiny long scalps on the way out. I want to be in and out of the long side. I don't want to be in this market because I know what's coming. So I want to just get my longs, get out of the way, and then wait. If we hit some, like just like when we hit yellow and I got squeezed both times, that's kind of what I'm looking at now. Is a couple of things. If we lose the yellow, then it's a fall to there. If we hit the yellow here, then it's every possibility I want to be in, because that could be the day that we falls really hard. And again, it's hard to just top pick, so I don't like to do that on the way up. Just off of things. Just like yesterday, I had two really solid pivots to trade from. I had MHP and gap fill, and other than that, nothing else. And then we hit the yellow, I think, at the end of the day and kept going. So yellow lines are always really strong reversal pivots. And again, You know, 206 was like what I thought. Okay, that's, you know, you see how there's an attempt for it, but news rescued it. Any other day, I mean, that's the right place to short from if you're like me, like, okay, where's the top kind of thing. All right, so let's find these yellows. Let me pop them. These are called margin buffer limit pivots. It's a really cool technique. And S&P is very close, 69.64. So, oops. Yeah, baby. Here we go. Done. Super quick. And, and that's what we're looking for today. So this, hitting this could be a play inside of here. These are the bigger swings. So whenever you're starting to look at markets, now again, this comes down to your fundamental bias, and I could be 2000% wrong on this. Let's make this bigger and show you what I'm talking about. If we go all the way back to 2022, is this risk interval? Or this yellow line distance? What did I draw these boxes for? What is the distance here? It's not risk interval, 62, 300. Is that yellow line distance? 527. What's going on here? I don't know what that is. That's not 527. I don't know what I was demonstrating there. Demonstrating something. Hello, chat. Hello, chat. The red line, once you tap them, they go away for good. Hello, everybody. All right. Okay. So my thought, if you go all the way back to here, is this. Exactly this. Like not exactly this, but the market was, you know, you'd have these sort of like irrational modes as it moved around, right? This is a lot of rotation. So you get people sort of rotating into one thing that's hot, and then once that's done, it rotates out of other things. So, you know, everything else is sort of doing poorly, but the tech and big chips are moving up. So as the trajectory, I still believe, is like down, we're just in an up way to a downswing. So how far does it usually go? Usually they go about the month scale or not, but this is crazy because we've got all the way up close to all-time highs again, and expirations on Friday. So, and this candle yesterday just did everything all at once, the retrace and break and keep going. So I'm not like trying to bet that today engulfs that candle and goes away. Usually it's so rare that that happens. What you're probably going to expect it to see is continuation of the upside, if not a contained move inside of here for expiration. You know, something like this sort of thing. And then expiration maybe does this and keeps going, or does that, and then fails out and then rolls out for the next month. And the next month is just a decline starting Monday, right? That's kind of where the discrepancy, I thought, that we're seeing could just be expiration mechanics. And you try to explain like why all of a sudden the market is just shrugging off. Like here, the market was taking every piece of good news and selling off. Now every single piece of bad news, it's buying the dip. What happened here, other than the catalyst of, well, there's Iran is sort of okay, and then oil's dropping out. But it's kind of like, how does this, we weren't selling because of Iran. Like that stuff started manifesting in here. Unless people were selling earlier, knowing that that was coming, maybe. But I think that this is more along the lines of, you know, back in October when we peaked out, there wasn't the talk of Iran. So that wasn't the reason the market peaked and started selling. So whatever your belief is, it's hard to say. And you know me, I'm the person that teaches you guys in bootcamp, never doubtable market. My thought is this reminds me of 2022 when the market just did that, and then it just waved up, and then it did that, and then it waved up, and then it did that, and then that, and then that, and then it came out. Like a moderate sort of sell-off. Not a big market crash, but sort of like until economic data picks up, we're just sort of declining this way. And until then, we'll probably oscillate around it. So when you look at this, it's kind of like, this is how far we've overshot that equilibrium. This is about how high it is going the other direction. So we've almost sort of like run through a spring to the other side. This distance and that distance are relatively the same. So normally, whenever you're just sort of like oscillating with a lot of rotation, you usually climb that same distance. And so now that we're here, the question becomes, what's the reality of things? If you guys are super bearish, it'd be the weirdest thing to break highs right? So obviously most bears in the house are going to be aiming for right in here, which is what I was doing yesterday. Somewhere in here, let me kind of build it back down to this level next month. Now, that's a month-long thing. It's not going to crash out like it did before, but there's no volatility. So we need to roll into like a new VIX or something, I think. I mean, we've just been absolute decline in VIX. So it's like not going to happen today. It's going to take a catalyst or an event probably to move the market, and the VIX just in decay like this. We're not going to jump in and try to fight that, right? So the only time I ever when there's no volatility, I don't jump in and say, let me just short here so that it falls. Never, never, never. You need volatility for that, at least that chop, to give you some profit. So what I do is I say, where's my upper target? Where's my yellows? Where's my DD bands? And those are the ones I'll play against if I try. So anyways, that's your pre-market get go. We're doing a 20 account giveaway today with My Funded Futures. Yay. They're doing a pass one, get one thing. Pass one, get one for all the rapids. Starts today. Code Rocket Scooter. Today until tomorrow at 11. That's kind of cool. All right, now let's try this again. Do we get the PPI loading up here? All right, month over month. And the core, month over month. That's the change. Here's the year over year. Okay. Today, nothing else on the calendar today. Relatively light week, I would say. I think if I remember correctly, we've got nothing tomorrow, really. A week from tomorrow is the next FOMC meeting, I believe. Basic light, empty Thursday, and then nothing on Friday. So nothing really going on in the news this week. And then expiration is Friday. And then Vixpiration should be today. Oh, that is today. Oh, let me double check. Hold on. Let me double check. Tuesday for the third Wednesday of the month, April 15th. Today is Vixpiration. Ah. Oh, yeah. Pass one, get one at My Funded Futures. Did I say buy one, get one? Pass one, get one. Pass one, get one. Pogo. My Funded Futures. FOMO, Pogo, Bobo, Bogo. Excellent. Always be trading. Always be trading. Yeah, like that's the thing. Is always be trading. I had to keep taking my stabs at it. I'll make it up in the back end for sure. But I hated this environment way back in the day. Yeah, the 15th. The 15th. What's today's plan? Today's plan is to take bull plays only on the extremities and short plays only on the extremities. The market is the final expectations into this expiration. VIX expires tomorrow. So VIX futures will roll over tonight. And Friday is equities expiration, right? Is it still max through funded accounts of My Funded Futures? I don't know what the max is. How many accounts can you buy? That's a good question. Does anybody here have the max? I've never traded the rapids, so my days with My Funded Futures was in the expert era. Is it rapid only? Yes, sir. Only rapids. 5? Probably 5. It definitely wouldn't be any more than 5 because they're not a 20 account firm. Okay, so my thought is for today, we are inside of here unless expiration exhausts this and somehow goes to highs, and as long as chips are going, we're gonna go. Now, my thought is that this reminds me a lot of 2022, except it's a lot more powerful. Really hard to say. 2022 was exactly like this. The market was sort of dying out, and then there was a little bit of a crash out. You had a huge rally along the way that again turned and went lower for the next month. We had a 1 month rally, then 2 months selling, then 2 months rally and 2 months selling. So this could just be this leg right here. And after we get through the expiration, we're back to sort of like this sort of thing, right? Just like we had before. And again, wherever you think bottom will be or whatever. I don't think it'll be any worse than that. Now, again, as long as the economic data keeps getting worse, it's hard to believe that the market keeps getting better, but you never know. Wall Street is stupid sometimes, and they know something you don't know, and they maybe just be chasing. This could be a characteristic of the weighing of the tech site, and if chips are moving, then this is going to keep going until chips are done moving. So your job right now, because it's not everything that's moving, it's just being lifted by some of the heavies. You remember yesterday, it was pretty much Microsoft and NVIDIA and all the chips that were also moving, right? So part of your job is to find out where those resistances are so that you're not buying at the top of a chip rally. So while it is recovering a little bit, it's creating that very quick, rapid love and dynamic that we're seeing right here. And this is just another leg up in the chip side of things. NVIDIA is really strong the last couple of weeks. That's caused this over... When you pile that in with the Iran stuff, it's like double pressure on the index. So my biggest fear is to jump in and long at the top. The only reason I'm not just, all right, guys, all in bullish, is because I'm seeing the economic data come out a little bad, like over the last 3 or 4 months. So usually when that happens, I start trying to take stabs right around here and then slightly above all-time highs. It's like you have to kind of, give yourself some ability to play some fat. I just personally believe that inside of a range, like where I started shorting was here through here. Inside of this range, which is pretty wide, the market, I think, tops out and then continues to do this until earnings season or until data gets better. So that's my thought. And it's a wider range because you're incorporating like the top. You could peak the highs and tap and come down. You can overshoot the highs a little bit and come down. Or if it's more aggressive, if we weren't dealing with the Iran stuff and it wasn't those catalysts lifting the market, I think it would have turned right here, but we'll see. So the hardest part is whenever, so essentially I took some stabs here, here, and here, and it didn't work out. And now I'm like, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be very light on attempting to short this very heavily until I get to key resistance pivots, yellow lines, or DD bands only. So top bands are the only place I'm going to tap shorts at, period, because I want to take a stab at every one of them, because eventually one of them is going to pay out with 2,000 points of swing over the course of weeks. So I just want to make sure I'm in it in the right day. I'm not longing at the top and take a 400 point loss. So the only longs I'm going to do are wider long swings at the bottom. The market's not that volatile, so we might not get longer plays at the bottom. If we fill the gap, for instance, I'm probably going to avoid that B+ setup even if it is bullish and just wait. I don't want to take little scalps here because I know that the end is probably coming. I'm only going to short on liquidity pockets for scalps only. I'm going to short at MHP and hedge pressure only and try to get really quick 40 point and 10 point scalps and get out of the way. I'm not trying to play momentum. I'm not trying to play longer swings on the long side. I'm going to get in and get out because I feel like the long side is weeks away from ending. And that's where I am right there. And scene. Hold on. Let me take a bite of my delicious breakfast. It's so good looking. You guys, everybody's so jealous because I have like a whole plate of hash browns. It's like a healthier version of IHOP. You know, yesterday we officially had the biggest day in the history of this channel. By the way, time to celebrate. I think it's time to play a celebratory song because I feel like you guys deserve some love, some appreciation, some thank yous. I think that we should do like a little bit of a throwback. I'm trying to look for it. Hold on. I can't remember the name of the dang song. You guys, congratulations are in order. I want you guys to pat yourselves on the back really quick because you have turned this channel into a massive, unstoppable juggernaut. Let me tell you, there's a massive bit of genius going on behind the scenes. The amount of effort put into marketing, social media presence, while we do on and off the stream, just to create the allure, to bring more people in, it's very master crafted right now. But the point is that you guys love the community. Y'all are here. You show up every day. You're here to bring this channel up. And yesterday was the biggest day in total stream views we've ever had in the history of this channel. And then we thought it was a fluke. And then it's just as big yesterday and today, last night. So appreciate you guys supporting me, supporting Brad, and supporting Neon, supporting everything else we do, all the mods, all the things at Prop Score, all the stuff for building Rock Scooter. I mean, nowhere in sight but the top. That's all we're going, straight up to the top. The room shows up for Neon. You show up for the good morning, then you room show up for Neon, and then you show up for the good night. We love you guys. It means a whole lot to all of us. I don't know. I'm trying to find that song, but I can't remember. What the name of it is. Trying to find, hold on, let me turn the other music back on. Trying to find an old school song. Let me see if I can find it here. Oh, well, whatever. I'll just play this song. Go back to the glory days of when we started. You guys remember a long time ago, we used to have all of these, we had the songwriting contest, which we're going to start doing in May. To celebrate the launch of the Prop Score, we're going to do a songwriting contest. You guys, there's a song submission channel in the Discord. Throw in your favorite songs, your favorite photos, your favorite everything. We'll have a photo contest too to go with it, as we would go back in the day. A little old throwback here. I know we missed doing it, but then it's not going anywhere. Oh, it's coming back. The AI map photos, we're gonna make a return. Starting May, throw them all in chat. We're gonna do a huge giveaway, lifetime giveaway, prop giveaway to go with it, celebrating Prop Score. Brand new songwriting competition. Are y'all hyped about that? While we're chilling here, let's go through memory lane. 15 years till market open. 15 years till the market opens. 15 minutes till market opens. Here's a quickie little memory lane for you guys. Somebody corrected Lance. That's Paul Walmat. There we go. That is funny. We were talking about Jinkos that day, so the Jinkos were so Christmas time. It gets a little rowdy. Time to bring it back, guys. Starting May, competition. Songwriting and photo competition. Throw it on the song submission channel. We'll cut off, so we'll do since the last cutoff, and then everybody can enter. Just enter your favorite photo. Good stuff. What's up? What you got? All right.
Yay!
We're going through memory lane right now.
Oh yeah. Grab your glasses.
Oh my god.
I feel so good.
Blah.
So
Blah.
good. So good.
Chat. Do I look pretty? Do I look pretty, chat?
So good. So good.
How do I look, chat? When you're ready, Lance, it won't be the spoon that bends. It'll be you. I imagine this is how he trade. Do I look pretty? Do I look pretty? You got one too?
Yeah. We're matching. See? Bye.
All right, bye.
Up you go.
Clearly, you know, we're just doing a little fun trip down memory lane. We haven't looked at these in a while. Anybody want a croissant? I think that day I was talking about my French ancestry. Give him the old dick twist. And what's not AI was actually this. This was actually pretty real. That's me and my real guitar. So somehow somebody clipped that and threw it in there. But anyways, submit your song submissions. Submit your photo submissions in chat in the song submission channel in the Discord. Starting May, we'll be doing a songwriting contest. I don't even know what this one was. It's like Matt, Adam Duritz. I don't know. But anyways, y'all had some fun with this one. It was kind of neat. We got Joe John Travolta. Hey, Sandy. You know, and anywho. Yeah. All right, so we'll resume that this time around. Can I put on my glasses with this thing on? Ooh. Red light mask therapy. Oh, I've seen those before. They look really scary looking. What is that even supposed to do? I know so little about beauty regimens. I've seen it though. It looks like a Jason mask with like red light underneath it. It's the scariest thing ever. Well, you have them, you'll put them on me too? Why? Why? Why is my life like this? Okay, so anyways, today, I think that here I'm going to be taking longer swings, not trying to chase momentum, but really just getting scalps on the extremities. We are running an expiration on Friday, so I got nothing. Like, I don't want to chase the long momentum. I just want to maybe buy some dips and short some highs. Simple as that. Like, if the market opens here, I'm not going to take the opening play. Last 3 days, I've guessed it wrong, so I'm kind of like early to what I think is going to happen. So when I'm early, I usually give myself another week. Somebody says, what settings I have for broadcast and OBS? My funded futures changes the aspect ratio and all that stuff to squeeze it in their format. I don't change anything from here to there. I use the same, like this is my camera setting for my funded futures. It's this one right here. It's exactly the zoomed in, and I turn, click, click. I turn that thing on over there. I think they squash me and squeeze me down into like a tiny little box, and it looks kind of weird. And I don't know if they're I'm streaming in 2K, so I don't know what they're streaming in over there. You had a boombox? Oh, like in that photo of you when you ski on the slopes at Aspen and Breck. Oh, back in the day. You're on the mountain, Charlie. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. That was a baguette. That was not a baguette. That was a croissant. That was a baguette. French Matt. I am French. Cajun French. Your wife's red light mask looks like Kylo Ren's mask. Yeah, right? I know, it's kind of like crazy. Kind of crazy. Simulates your mitochondria. You mean the powerhouse of the cell? Nobody can ever say the word mitochondria in your entire life without immediately thinking the powerhouse of the cell. That's one of the few instances in life where your brain has been immediately programmed with like a sort of instinctual response. You hum it in your head every time somebody says that. Oh, you mean the powerhouse of the cell? That's the one thing I remember from biology. But we all do it. We all do it. Do you guys remember there was a video game, Parasite Eve, back in the day on PlayStation? It was all about how your mitochondria were like revolting or rebelling against the body or something, and were like this spiritual thing inside of you. I don't know. Kick-ass game though. Parasite Eve? Oh, the game was great. It's all about mitochondria. I don't remember the story, but I remember like your mitochondria, something was going on, and they were like, you know, you're their host, and they're ready to break out and do their own thing. Back in the day, yeah, back in the day. Back in the Final Fantasy VII days when Squaresoft just had a string of hits like back and forth. It's like a universal stock knowledge is hilarious, yeah. It's like you have to sing the ABC song, know what the next letter in the alphabet is. Oh yeah. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's right. L, M, N, O, P. That's the one. That's the one. Does anybody here know the 50 states song? Can you do all 50 states in alphabetical order? Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania. You remember that? Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, Wyoming. Yeah, I didn't do the claps though. Now to the presidents. I didn't learn that one. I didn't learn that one. They skipped that one in my elementary school. There's the Animaniacs song. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Dude, I remember the Animaniacs song. That one was cool, too. The President's song. Their father, Abraham, had many sons. And many sons had father, Abraham. Oh, that takes you back to Sunday school and CCE. We're going to try to short it. No, not today. I was wrong yesterday on that. So the market busted through and kept going. How long do I have to keep these little jelly things on my eyeballs? I forgot last time. IDOC. Like a 30-day, 30-minute, 30-day. Like what are we talking about here? All day in the Texas sun. Jesus Christ. Keep it on to Friday's expiration. Bro, I'm going to come back and like my eyeballs are going to be like reflective laser beams at that point. So my trade plan setups today, my trade plan and my setups today are going to be kind of different than normal. My shots at trying to short those yellow line levels got foiled yesterday. And normally I don't jump into a day like this and try to reverse it. I think that today, best case scenario is down to there. Potential to still go up, maybe. It's hard to say. Again, it could still be on that push to expiration. We have no idea how it's going to go. The only time I'm going to take a big short is if we lose a yellow line or bounce against one. So instead of like trying to fade the market anymore, I tried to hit it at MHP and yellow yesterday. It didn't work. So now I'm completely detached from the market. I don't understand what's going on, other than there's just some really strong bull pressure. Chips are really what's being bought up a lot, and I don't really know when that's ending. But I don't want to jump in the way of this. I had 3 days in a row of getting it wrong. So trying to short the same place 3 times in a row and got squeezed all 3 times. So I'm kind of giving up on that. And the shitty thing would be if today's the day it happened. Now we have no news this week, nothing big coming up. VIX rolls over tonight. It's new into the May contract. So take note of that. New triple B tonight. And then Friday's expiration. So I think that we might still like dance up into Wednesday, Thursday. And the only volatility we get will be like maybe Thursday, Friday. VIX is an absolute decline right now. So because there's no volatility, I'm not going to jump in and bet on a sell-off. Unless the market just sort of tips over and data looks bad, I'm no longer shorting it. So yesterday, data looked bad, and then it flipped good on the news. I immediately don't tell myself, okay, the next day, let me short it. I tell myself, all right, I'm going to chill for like a week or so, you know. I feel like I have jellyfish in my eyeballs. IDOC made me do it. She says it's gonna make me look pretty. I don't know. I mean, thought I already looked pretty, but I guess I'm gonna look prettier. 1 minute warning. All right. They're making a lot of data centers in Iowa. Yeah. So search, even trade. No, we sit here and talk about beauty products, face care, putting cow placenta on your eyeballs. Guys on the stem cells. Came to the right place. 30 seconds till we go. Yeah, so I'm going to kind of take it easy, at least for now. I say use coffee grounds. Hey, that's why you look so good. I was going to comment on that. All right, about 10 seconds till market opens, guys. I'm not going to be spending a lot of effort or time trading big, period, unless I am very convinced. So this next couple of 2 or 3 days, I'm going to be very light. I'm going to take bull scalps only, in and out at the bottom. At bottoms, at strong pivots only. I'm no longer trading B+ setups. I'm not trading the open, not trading the middle. I'm gonna be very serious at A+ setups only when I have the confluence. I'm only going to short strong, powerful pivots at the top, like yellow lines and DD bands and stuff, and that's it. I don't want to miss out on the bear wave, but I don't want to be... Also, I teach you guys, you know, don't be the first bear to the bull party, right? Be the second bear to a bear party. Let the market turn around, then you jump on the bear side. So I'm not going to be, you know, caught with my pants down trying to, you know, chase the short every single day. It definitely proved me wrong, and I'm going to let the market continue to swing whatever direction it wants to go. Now, opening, again, see here, resilience kind of on the fence, slightly negative. It could maybe sell, but I'm not going to try to bet on it. I'm going to let it do its thing. Unless I get some A+ setups, I might long at hedge pressure, monthly hedge pressure, and pockets. That's it. Guys, do me a favor and hit the like button. Did you know yesterday was a record-breaking day for this channel? Sunday night, Monday morning, and Neon Stream was the highest amount of views we've ever had in the history of this channel. And then today is even bigger. Hopefully. Today, yellow lines are 69.64 and 25.892. Oh, let's turn the music, the other music. So in this entire environment, I might not be doing a lot of trades. I've got the 1A set up with positive res, which is longing at the open. I also have the 1B set up, which is a long at hedge pressure. So today's example is if the market were to pull back to here, I will definitely scalp it to there and get out of the way. I'm not even going to try to chase momentum, try to play long and hard. I'm not going to fade this anymore until we get to certain pivots that are where every yellow line I always want to take a stab at in this environment, but only because economic data is supporting a bear decline, and this is just a bull rally or a bear market rally in the middle of some bearishness. I don't believe we break all-time highs to keep going, but I'm not going to say that it can't happen. The strength of this has proven me wrong to want to jump in and short this too early. So I'm going to either take a stab here, all or nothing, or I'm going to buy dips here, and I'm going to avoid taking the trade in the middle. So the momentum's still up. Trajectory's still up. Why are there two yellow lines? Every single move upward that has an imbalance creates a yellow line. So guys, do me a favor, hit the like button. How many here, this is your first week on the Rock Scooter channel? Little announcement here. I want to know, it's your first week. You found us through whatever. I'm very curious. I'm going to kind of grab some data from y'all. How did you discover us? Obviously, every single week for the last 4 weeks, our total views have gone up and up and up and up. So we're kind of on this like viral spree here. I'm curious who you guys watched before us, and then how you found us on OnlyFans. You guys found my ad on OnlyFans? I didn't think anybody's going to see it. Brad does have some pretty feet, so I told him, you know, hired a photographer. I was like, bro, you got to put your feet out there. People will come. He's like, I don't know what this has to do with trade. Trust me on this one. They'll see it, and then they'll come. Popped up on YouTube. YouTube popped up on the channel. Is that what it was? Okay. Friend watched and recommend. Saw you in ICQ. Oh, back in the day, the ICQ days. How many people still remember their ICQ number, by the way? Came in from the night shift, from Pat Whelan's stream. We get a lot of people that used to watch his stream and come over here. From J-Dun. Oh, cool. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, J-Dun's good peeps. I've known that guy for a very long time. How old is this trading channel? This trading channel started in 2016. We are the very first YouTube channel to ever live stream trading futures. Fun fact, 2016. My Fun and TV. Heck yeah, heck yeah. Welcome, welcome, welcome. People don't know that. I know like there's a lot of like these new prop traders out there that try to size up like, who is this guy even? And they're like, you don't know, I was like the very first YouTube streamer ever for futures trading. That's how new so many people are into this market, this world, even on the influencer space. People don't know that. People don't know that when they showed up, we've been here since the start. Back in the day when it was like Tim Sykes and Ross Cameron streaming penny stocks, we were streaming futures to 30 people who even knew what futures were. There were micro futures back then. Little fun fact. Watching SFP, a future scalper and legend YouTube. Oh, nice. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Dude, I was like cricking my neck. Okay, so all data today, resiliences are positive. So when that white line is positive, it's just support at the open. This is called the 1A trade. Like I said, I'm not trying to fade this or short this, no active trades, whatever. I would buy maybe dips. If we did a dip, it's not gonna happen now. Now, if it does dip, I'm not gonna take that long. It was only a dip at the open. So now my only thought is I can take a resistance off of here, and I usually don't short when DD band is very strong. Again, I teach against that. Yellow line is probably the only place you can frame a short from, at least from there. And I'm too scared to chase the bull momentum because we still are running on this sort of news-driven market. So I'm going to be trading light for next week or so. You're going to see me doing 50K, 100K days anymore. You're going to see me taking it light. You know, I might be going 5 contracts at once, just because I know that we're at that transition point where we make that big question is answered. Are we taking another month down, or are we breaking out the highs and keep going? All data suggests bullishness so far. Your monthly res is positive. Monthly res is positive. VIX expiration is tonight, or tomorrow morning. So VIX rolls into a new contract tonight. There's no sellers. Yeah, not right now. Yeah, the first candle make a new high. We can go wrong. Exactly. So I'm not chasing longs anymore. I'm just kind of taking it easy. I'm not trying to short to bet on the market falling anymore until we get to stronger pivots. But then again, it's not like it's going to hit it and then reverse. This is a process and expiration. So there could be play off of that today, but it would be like short-lived. Like if I could get, you know, 60, 80 points off of that, I'd be happy. Look for confluences with DD and yellow lines. Yeah, when they stack up like that, it's pretty strong on its confluence. So yeah, when they're close to each other. So bears in the house. What I don't do is I don't chase in and try to short early. I only short off of strong pivots on a fundamental side. Now, technical side, this tells me no shorting from here. When it says support, we teach in bootcamp, don't short that either. Because usually the market's just too bullish. There's no resistance to that movement. Now let me double check VIX. Here. Guys, do me a favor and hit the like button. We'll be giving 20 accounts today from My Fund and Futures, by the way. 20 rapid accounts. They texted me yesterday and said, hey, you guys want 20 accounts for your stream tomorrow? I was like, say no more, fam. Bring it on. So right now, My Fund and Futures having a pass one, get one sale in Rapids. Code Rocket Scooter. Everyone you pass, you get one for free. So, you can eval for free. So, bootcamp costs and link. Bootcamp is $20. Link is in description of the video. Bootcamp starts on Monday. Going to 30K next week. Whoa, Jason Cruz like the most bullish person. That'd be crazy. Is VIX expiration important? It is, because it changed the dynamic. Usually coasts. If it's VIX options that are being squeezed, for instance, like VIX calls that are all being thrown in the money, forcing people to, VIX puts that are in the money. They're forcing people to jump in and short VIX futures and yada yada. And VIX is just on its own thing. Starting tonight is the very first chance of probably seeing volatility. So like today, I'm not going to have a heavy-handed bet that volatility just somehow returns in the last moment of VIX for expiration. Typically, VIX expiration from that moment to that moment is a dynamic shift in how the market's traded. High volatility means the market trades very choppy. Low volatility means the market doesn't trade choppy. And so if you're trying to short, VIX is going against you. It's so liquid here. You're not getting red candles. As you see, like every time it's red, somehow green candle just pops up. That's what VIX in decline looks like in the order flow. So in this market, this environment is a little different. You know, you're staring at it this way and you're sitting there like trying to figure out when the volatility is going to come back. This close to expiration, it's kind of set in its ways until that happens. All right, it's been 30 minutes. Can I take off the eye patches? Because I'm having to like... All right, you guys. Ready? Hold on, let me do the unveiling. How do I look? Hey, chat. How do I look? Do I look good? Do I look handsome? Am I like a movie star? Like Grogu? Can't tell. Nobody asked what you think, okay? I'm just kidding. I feel refreshed. Bit of a zombie look. I'm an absolute fox. Thank you. I think so as well. Okay, let's double check some of the stocks. We'll roll through them really quick. Nvidia is today opening below MHP, breaking MHP and coming back down. So keep an eye on Nvidia today. If it holds this and keeps going, then obviously we're gonna have like some bull momentum there. Yeah. Think we still go up today? maybe all the way up to DD ban at least. I look 14 months and 3 weeks younger. That's great because I was aiming for 14 months and two weeks younger. Perfect. So this is a special stream today. We'll be giving away 20 My Fun and Futures accounts in an hour and some change. How much money will I gain after tax when I withdraw that 1 million? 60-40 rolls, so like maybe 22% tax, whatever it is. By the bracket, it's 60% at 20. Oh, how much effective tax rate? Let me. Right, or 60-40 roll at 31%. Let me do the math here. 26.8%. Because it'll be tacked on to my 37% bracket. So yeah, about 26.8% taxes. But like this year, I'm gonna have so much write-off. I'm basically spending millions of dollars on business stuff. So I've got so much money to write off. It's like it's gonna be a fun year for taxes for sure. I might not be taxed a lot since I'm writing off a lot relative to what is coming in. You know, throwing in like $500,000 to open these fitness studios and all that other stuff. Did I trade through a business? Yeah, I don't. Is a garden gnome a write-off? It was a business expense. I think I hit DD this session. I do. I think we do, yeah. Here's a trick. You know, just take all the money you make and invest in a business and then keep buying businesses and then you don't pay taxes on anything. Because everything that you made was spent. You had no income. Just expand your empire. And anytime you need money, then you pay taxes. And the moment you need money to buy something, then pay taxes on it. Be like a businessman. Keep buying businesses and turn one revenue stream into 20, into 40, and on paper, you don't make any money. It's the way to do it. Can't write the Ferrari off, unfortunately. I don't think there'd ever be a way I could pull that one off. 43% tax on trading in Europe, really? Oh, that's crazy. Business car? Yeah. Well, maybe if I put like prop score like logo on the side of it or something. It's not a company car. Put the marketing on it. Yeah, that's what I would do. I'd have to put like a prop score decal on the side, which, you know, but it's a commuter car too, and it's going to be driven by iDocs. So technically speaking, I didn't think I could get away with it. Your buddy did it. Yeah, I mean, Pat Whelan does it with all his cars. All his cars say like only props or Warbucks on them. That boat says Warbucks on it. I mean, that's how you do it. Put the fitness on it. Oh yeah. Ooh, that's a good idea. ES yellow line close. Yes, sir. Let's talk about it. So NVIDIA breaking MHP, continue to go. ES yellow line. Holy moly. How is this gonna work? Oh my god, that's a crazy run on ES there. Let's let it touch. I don't want to get in early. Business expense for content, yeah. Taxes are a penalty for not reinvesting. Exactly right. Exactly right. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. 15% to 20% tax in Brazil. Oh my gosh. That's really good. The Ferrari write-off is starting a car museum and having it parked there and only driving occasionally. Yeah, I feel like the limitation would be you can only drive it occasionally. How many miles did you spend advertising the business? Well, she drove to work every day and parked it out front of the studio. We could probably get away with that. I think that one would be fine. She's gonna park it right in front of the studio because it's a luxury brand. What platform is this? This is the Rocket Scooter trading platform, by the way. This is a platform that we made here for our gamma exposure tools. All right, so today's again, that bull push is really nice. Yellow line kind of nearby, and relatively, you know, close is 69, 64. Dare I? Do I? Chat. IRS is watching you. Hey, I pay my taxes. I'm good at it. They make a lot. They make a lot of money. They make a lot of money from me. Fun fact: you can ride off Rocket Scooter. Yeah, every single one of you guys can ride off Rocket Scooter on your taxes. As well as every prop eval you ever bought, every reset you ever bought, every trading course in Discord, every super chat you put in this channel, everything you can write off as a business expense, because these are all necessary educational costs for your employment as a day trader with the prop firm, because you're an employed day trader at the prop firm. You have 1099 to prove it. They send you one every year. You show the IRS, this is my job. I'm an independent contractor for I-funded futures and take profit trader and Top Step. Therefore, I have business expenses for my job. These super chats were necessary. So, you had to spend at least 7K. Knowing some of you gamblers, y'all spend 7K a week on props. Some of y'all do. Can you get the MHP on TradingView? No, you can't. You can only get it through us. We invented this entire school of thought, the whole gamma exposure methodologies. We're early pioneers of that field. So the tools we made are only inside of the platform that we have. How much did I spend when I had props? I spent probably like 200K last year on props. And I made about a little over $1 million. I spent a lot last year. But I mean, it's ROI. It's all that matters, you know? So. I got a little over 5x. Not financial advice, yeah. Not tax advice. But yeah, but your accountant, since, you know, props kind of like fall out of the normal explanation of like, you know, what is this thing? My accountant was like, you get a 1099 from that place? Yeah. What does that even mean? I was like, oh, well, you know, they're like a loophole. It's like, it's not really trading, is it? No, it's not really trading. You're like paper trading and they're paying you. Well, how are they paying you? Well, it's 1099. So they're paying you a wage. Yeah, the loophole is you're doing market research. They're paying you a wage equivalent to the amount you made in your paper trades. They're basically just paying you a salary, the paper trade for them. Yeah, so it's not even really trading, no. So you're getting a salary to practice trade for somebody. Yeah. So everything that you do for that is business expense for that job that you have. In the eyes of the IRS, you have a 1099. Miscellaneous non-employment compensation, actually, NEC. So I think it's what you get. How do you spend 200K on props? Over the course of a year in 5 different prop firms. And I took out a little bit over $1 million. If you guys didn't know that's how the prop game is played, allow me to burst your bubble on the sort of mythologies of what prop game is. Everybody out there that's pulled in millions of payouts, put in, you know, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands to get it. Nobody went in there and put in 20K and busted out 50 million. 0 people. I know all the stats and all that stuff. So it's an ROI, right? So, funded next. Tradeify, My Funded Futures, ETF. What else did I do? I'm missing one. Oh, take profit. Looking short from the O-line, it's possible. Yeah. On the overshoot and reject, yeah. What happened to my Tradeify live account? Live accounts are pretty bogus. Let me bust that bubble for you guys too. Live accounts you get with these prop firms are extremely bogus. You get something rinky-dink and small. It was like 20K account or 22K account, something like that. You get DLL, you get contract limits. I mean, let me tell you, the live account in the prop space is completely a sham, and every single one of them is a sham. The live account is just a way to take you out of the prop system and to follow regulation. You're making too much money, let's push in the live. You're making hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars with us. Congratulations, here's your 10K account. Real money. 80% split. $1,000 DLL. 10% of your account. And 2 contract minimum. What the hell are you ever gonna do with anything like that? DLL was pretty bad. Tradeify, like, that would even last long. I think it lasted like 3 weeks or something like that. I took a couple payouts and then busted it. I don't care to trade it. My goal was just to earn the live account and then move on, just to show that I could beat the system. To grow everything I've done the last 2 or 3 years has been strategic to grow the channel. We're now, like, by the end of next year, we'll probably be the biggest YouTube channel for futures. We're growing that fast. So I just wanted to get people watching the channel because I was trading props. I cared 0% about a $20,000 account with DLL on it and profit split. It's kind of silly, but they do that to get you out of the prop system, you know, which is understandable. But very rarely are you going to go live with the prop and they're like, congratulations, here's a $100,000 trading account to trade with. That's not how it really is. Some of them are like $5,000 live accounts. I mean, some of them are just they're jokingly small. The fact that they have DLL on them is what I hate. I hate that more than anything. Like, if I'm trading your real money, why do you care if I lose it at $1,000 a day? Just let me lose the whole thing in a single day. You know? Doesn't make any sense why they would do that. So I don't even know. Live account is their stop loss for traders, 100%. Self-funded is a lot better than prop firms if you're self-funded and you have money to trade with. Like me, I have infinite money to trade with, right? I can keep pulling out of my reserves and keep going. But the accounts of, like, you know, 6-figure accounts is just, if I needed to put in 100,000 tomorrow, I could put $100,000 tomorrow, and I can keep funding myself to trade. Why would I give 90% of my gains or 80% or 10% or 20% of my gains to a prop firm? Why would I want to pay prop firm taxes on funded accounts, right? If you have the ability to fund yourself, you need to fund yourself. The only benefit you get from prop firms is that you can learn trading and practice trading in a less risky environment. The cost of loss in a prop firm is small. That's where the benefit is. So if you have like a line here on the loss versus the gain side, on the loss side, prop firms reign supreme. Your loss is small and your loss is manageable, and that's it. On a personal side, you can lose everything you have and then some very quickly. So if you're a losing trader, props are fantastic. I mean, it's mitigating your losses. If you're a winning trader, personal's better and props are bad. For the reason, but the opposite. Your gains are robbed from you if you're trading props when you're a winning trader. So once you become a winning trader, you need to 100% transition from one to the other. Infinite BS. I mean, I said near infinite. Nobody has infinite money. Near infinite. Like, my overall income is fairly substantial. I make between 5 and 10 million a year, every year. So on a $100,000 account, I would say that's near infinite. I'll never blow up my trading at that rate. That's a small fraction of what I make every year. And that's a mix of 20 business, you know, trading, 20 revenue streams, a whole bunch of stuff. So for myself, I'm trading a very small fraction of my net worth. So when I say near infinite. It's the ratio of that. Whatever your net worth is, if you're trading a small fraction of it, you can trade for infinity years with that amount of control. DD up there, I mean, no shorts. Technically speaking, the way that the ratio is, it's not a strong short. One can still always short from DD band, but I don't hit it. Like if the confluence says support, I get there and I don't short it with like 50 contracts. If it says support, I might hit it with a small short. If I wanted to. How long do I think prop firms will be around the current structure? I think prop firms are here to stay. I don't think that the regulators are going to shut them down or change them too much. Worst thing that could ever happen is the regulators remove the sim funded step and then they all convert to eval to live sort of accounts where you skip the funded stage and just go straight to live. Kind of like Futures Desk used to be. Somebody says a lot of B words, infinite, never, bad words for trader to use. Hey, I got an idea, Big Stick. Go start a YouTube channel and start teaching people the right kind of words to use. That would be helpful. You gonna stand outside in the hallways and make sure kids go to class and aren't tardy too? Do you have your hall pass, sir? Where's your hall pass? I'm telling. I bet you made a lot of friends in your dorm room, kid. Hi guys. I know you're having fun in your party, but can you turn that music down, please? I'm trying to study in the midterms of tomorrow. Safety patrol. They give you a fake cop hat too to go with that. Can you over the data? Which data would you like to see? Bro, do you even trade? Not today. Not trading today. Bro, yeah. This bro is the one. Yeah, this guy's fucking leader of his HOA in his neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, sir. Your bushes are 1 inch above the top line of your fence. I'm gonna need you to hire somebody to cut them down by tomorrow. It's $20 fine a day. I'll do it. I'll do it. You don't think I'll do it? It's Bob down the street. That's right. Bob had to pay $120. Do you know who I am? I'm not president of HOA because I'm nobody, okay? We will find you $20 a day. I'm serious. Your study music is metal and dubstep. That's what I study too. That's hilarious. Whenever I study or when I work out, it's like metal straight up. You have an HOA like that? Dude, my HOA is 100% like that. You know, they started towing cars in our neighborhood. It's ridiculous. Somebody said, am I counting reloads in the account? Dude, the P&L in the account is the P&L. Like, you'd have to be 100% retarded to think that adding money changes the profit on a P&L. Profit is profit. Doesn't matter what you add to it. It's P&L. I don't... People are the dumbest people in the world. Like, people ask dumb questions like that. I added $130,000 and made 700 or 600 now out of it. It makes no sense. Like, people think that when you add money to the account, it changes the P, and when you take money out of the account, it changes the L. No, sir. No, sir. Trading accounts don't work. I know everybody here is in props, have never touched a real trading account their entire life to know this. But those little thug losers on Twitter are just playing my game to blow our channel up to be the biggest watch channel in YouTube. It's all part of the show, baby. Sit back and relax. Before I get to the account to the P&L, yeah, 130,000. It was actually done on the stream. So 100K start, made 600K profit, minus 130 is $500,000. Did I get the car? Today. Picking it up today. Or hopefully picking it up today. I think they still probably, you know, do some last minute checks or details before we take it, but hopefully today we'll be finishing it up today. Look, let me get some facts straight. Number one, Nobody on YouTube, period. Nobody on YouTube makes anywhere close to anything I've shown that I've made just in 3 months. Nobody even close. As a matter of fact, I've made more money in the last 3 months than about the next 5 YouTubers put together, right? And yet people still have questions. It's totally fine. I could log in, I can show you guys, do it every day. And there's always 1 or 2 people that just, I would say it's mostly jealousy or something, because it's really hard to believe there's actually somebody doing well because no one else really does well. But I'm going to take your worries, I'm going to pack them in a little box, and I'm going to take the new Ferrari I'm about to pick up today, and when I drive it around the block, I'm going to scatter it into the wind like little butterflies and let them fly. These bad boys fly. We'll make sure that your worries are addressed. You know what I'm saying? So there was somebody that said his P&L is only that way because he added money to the account. It's like the stupidest thing ever. Everyone here has a brokerage account. You can't change profit by adding money. It's not the balance. The P&L is profit. It's how much profit you've made, whether you put in something or put in something. I was down like 130K in December. Let me show y'all. Here, let me log in really quick. Remember December? People are like, how much money did Matt lose in December? What's he hiding? I'm like, not hiding anything. It's about like 130K, something like that. And then let's go here to here. Not anybody. There's just one person. Oh, 140K. My bad. There you go. Here's December, the start of the challenge. How many millions of dollars did Matt lose? Nothing. Here's December 1st, December 31st. Matt only lost 140. I thought it was 130, but it was 140. So that should satisfy anybody. All these guys clip on the stream. How many millions has Matt lost? Just 140. And then from everything else, I made 700 or 600 after that, including yesterday's loss. So the first part of the challenge was a dip. Reloaded the account like 130 or whatever I put in, and then we kept rolling. I do. Hey, Rich, I do post my broker statement and I post my 1099s. I've done it for 10 years. I posted the statement multiple times on Twitter. I do it every day. P&L every day. Statement every month. I show it 100%. We are one of the biggest on YouTube because we show it. I showed December. Here's last month. Here's March. In March to March, there's 300,000. I post every single month. At the end of the month, I post the entire statement. I'm like the only person in the entire world that does that. I've paid close to 30,000 in commissions over the course of the challenge. So if you say like, I don't get, why don't you show Rich, when you say that, it means you haven't been around long enough. I've been showing a broker statement for 10 years, my friend. You can even go to my posts on Twitter, like literally all my replies to people are broker statements. But I got to answer these questions from people every single day. I mean, how many times I posted it? Look, there it is. There it is. This is the entirety. This is it. Like posting. I mean, it's all, you can see it. I'm scrolling through. You've seen it like 6 times already, 7 times, 8 times. Right. DD ratio today. Today everything's very bullish. 93% is really good. My target is to see this yellow line. Maybe on a rejection, I might take a short. John SR, If you had multiple failed attempts for building that P&L, that's it. I just showed it to you. I just showed it to you. This account challenge started in December. There's no multiple failed attempts, just 140,000. That's it. That's this challenge. Everybody here that's watching it, just to satisfy, when did I start this challenge? Everybody, don't let me say it. When did I start the million challenge? There was no multiple failed attempts. I created this trading account in November. This account didn't even exist before November. Yeah, it was late November, early December is when it started. Yeah, it was December. So, look, there's a bunch of thug little wannabes that don't trade, that don't make money, that are trying to make money in this industry. They're not good at trading, so they can't sell anything. They can't start a YouTube channel and trade, so they're trying to make money off of engagement. Let people say whatever they want. But I literally just logged in and showed you the proof. When I started in December, take a screenshot of it. That way you can, here, let me do it again. That way you take the screenshot. Somebody said they saw me do it, they're just lying through their teeth, because here's the evidence. The entirety of December was only down 146K. That's it. That's it. And that wasn't hidden from anybody. I reloaded the account on stream. I said, I'm gonna wire money in today, guys. And that was it. This is it. This is the start. And that's all. That's barely anything. 140,000. Nothing. Can't argue with that. Yeah. So the question is, how many millions has Matt lost? Nothing. 146. And then I went on a string of peaking at 700 profit, and then I lost 100 this week. That's it. Nah, the flowers was in February. Who else online admits to losing 200 something K to the flowers? Yeah. How am I positioning today? I'm trying to see if there's a viable short option here at the yellow line. That's it. That's all I was kind of waiting for, was a resistance target. But there is literally no volatility. I'm kind of scared to short this again. I kind of don't think I want to play this to the short side. Yeah, there's, like I said, there's some little, like I said, there's, I call these like engagement kids. What they're trying, everybody in this world is trying to build a following for money. You know, like I said, you know, my brand is worth many millions a year. It's very valuable to have a brand online. So everybody wants one. You know, every kid wants something like in this space. And there's some people that for visibility, they're like shock jockeys or whatever. They're never going to be big or have anything to offer. Maybe they can monetize a little bit to pay their bills, but their job is to talk about everybody else. And somebody said, I saw Matt lose millions of dollars live, and it made no sense because this account started at that time, and it's only 100,000. So people just make up stuff because people like you are gullible and believe anything. And if you want to know November 1st is when the account started. So December down 146. And what happened in November? Well, November 1st was the very first day of the account. And this was that random account challenge that I was doing, the random thing. And November, I made 13,000. So when I say I was down 130,000, that's where I get it from. 13 minus 146 is about 130. So when I keep quoting, how much did you lose? About 130. This is where it comes from. All right. Anyways, satisfied? Everybody here have any more questions? How much did you lose? Well, November 1st was the very first day this account was active. So 13, we all good? Everybody good? 13K. And then the next month, minus 146. So when I say, since I reloaded the account, how much were you down? 130, I say about 130. Let's be real, 133, but We good? All right, let's move forward. We good? All right. Took me a while to Photoshop on that, guys. Okay, I can't just keep whipping these out so quick. It's a lot of effort to Photoshop that live on the channel. So if somebody said, how much did Matt reload the account with or lose? 130 at the start. 133. There's your answer. And then I've had winning months ever since then. In the boot camp, we teach you how to Photoshop your results. Makes it a lot easier than just really making them. So the million challenge didn't start November 1st, Javier. November 1st, I did a different challenge. I did a random account challenge where ChatGPT was picking trade times for me. So November doesn't count. November is because it's not a continuity for the whole account. Somewhere like at the end of November, I said, okay, guys, I'll do the million challenge thing. And then from then until Christmas is when I lost that 146 or whatever. So then I reloaded the account like the day before Christmas or day after Christmas, somewhere around there. I said, okay, attempt number 2 for the million challenge. That's it. That simple. TT, what was your question, bud? What was your question? I don't see it. No, I'm no longer looking at shorts. No, not today. No. I'm avoiding the short here unless we reclaim it to the downside. So I'm gonna let it overshoot and pull back and then maybe. But I said it's all long trading from here. I'm just not taking these B setups until tomorrow. We need a new volatility month. So I was like choosing to sit out this day. First live account starting balance is basically relative on how much money you're willing to lose. And just so everybody wants to know, just one more time, was there anything before that account? No, when I said last year, it started November 1st, it literally started in November 1st. This was a challenge account. It started November 1st last year, January 1st to 12/31. There were no trades between October and January to October. November 1st, again, there's your 133,000 that I mentioned. This was November's gain, December's loss, and that's it. So nothing before that. There was 0 trades before that. This part of it was the random challenge. So like this is one challenge I did. This is another that I refunded the account 2 times. One was like 30K, one was like 100K. And then that's where that was. And then from here, it was just a weird December. And then from here, the P&L just grew. So that's it. So that's the whole year before. So again, that's the 2 months of trading. You can show that and people are going to still be like, I've never, like I said, I can't find somebody out there that's even half as transparent as I am, and still people don't get it. People don't understand. So my lawyer is currently hunting that guy down right now to find his identity and locate him, and about to fuck his life up. So people like that just want to make millions of dollars worth of mistakes are definitely going to pay. It wouldn't be the first time. I mean, the first time I shut someone up online. Been there before. People just know, like somebody made a video saying I lost $1 million in the challenge, and then I lied in Photoshop. This is clear, deliberate lies. So these people just say that because they wanna get you to they want to get engagement off your name, but nobody like out there. It's like nobody in this world. Yeah, we just filed a John Doe lawsuit so we can subpoena Twitter. So it's coming. We're gonna find out. You know, like these anonymous people online. Every single person. Like I said, I'm the prop cop, baby. My lawyer goes after the HOA. Unfortunately, he has no power there. We just filed a John Doe lawsuit so that we can subpoena Twitter and get the identity of some of these random people out there. Anonymous accounts. Their identity is about to become public. Oh yeah. We don't play around. About to find out what their name is, what they do, where they live, what their job is. And you guys will all, first thing that will happen is you guys will all get to know who that is too. And every person out there in the world, these anonymous accounts torture, harass, and talk shit about, they'll now be vulnerable to having everybody know who they are and where they live. Can't hide anonymity forever. That'll be fun. That'll be the easiest 30K I ever spent. That'll be fun. Be the prop cops, baby. Speaking of, can't just make up something and say something that's not true. Wednesday, 12:21 p.m. from the legal team. Get me the screenshots and the summaries we talked about by end of the day on Friday. Sure thing. You're adding one more person to the list. Now we've been building it for about 3 months now, so let's just say about 6 or 7 of your favorite influencers about to get slapped in the face with a dictionary-sized stack of papers, which will be fun. How do you find SUF accounts and prop score? They should be, like, as the beta is going through, the guys are going to be programming in more and more of the accounts, and 6, 7. They're going to be putting in more. So when you go to the next version of prop score that's going to come out, we'll have the ability for you to search by, let me show you real quick. Let me show you. In the filter side of things, you should be able to filter by them. Let me find it really quick. Account type, features. You know, it's not there. Huh. Let me make a note of that. I swear to God, I thought it was always there in the filters. We need to add and filter. Filter. Filter by. Filter by. Type. It's not there. I don't know why it's not there. I'm going to type 1 step, 2 step, eval to live, straight to funded. Okay, let me make sure I put a note of that. It will be there by launch. Okay. So today, like I said, I'm not shorting on YOLO. I'm going to let it overshoot and do its thing. I said it's just probably going up, but I don't want to be live into the whole thing. So upper movement today, I think, is going to probably limit itself 840 NASDAQ, maybe upper DD band on S&P, but it, like I said, this just straight up. I'm no longer trying to short this, but it's too like news driven for me to still want to attack the longs. I'd rather just sit out and wait, right? Guys, we got an MFFU giveaway in 30 minutes. They have a pass one, get one sale going on right now for the rapid accounts in My Fun and Futures. Exclusive 20 account giveaway here. They called me yesterday, texted me yesterday and said, we'd like to give your stream 20 free rapid accounts. So 20 accounts for MFF in about 40 minutes, my friends. But yeah, so, you know, people, if you, like I said, if you guys ever have any question about my performance or whatever, I never hesitate to show you. Some guy came in here and said, some idiot online said you lost $1 million. I'm like, I didn't, right? Here's the P&L. I always will show you. I'm the only person that will show you. I've been doing that well. This challenge has been okay. It's been a hard challenge, I'm not gonna lie. This is the craziest market to be doing this in, but so yeah, I obviously didn't lose $1 million, right? I showed you the whole year. So there you go. Is that a Moon Man pendant? Oh, no. This is like, okay, so a long time ago, let me put this here. A long time ago, I got this, let me show you this kick-ass thing. So you guys know me, like I'm like a heavy metal rock star, retired rock star. Check this out. I got this like skulls bracelet thing a long time ago. From John Barbados, right? And the skulls have black diamonds in their eyes. It's like the coolest shit ever. Look at this. Hold on. It's like my whole thing is skulls. Like I like skulls and macabre. Like I'm such a metalhead, I know. So this is a matching skull from, I think, the same line. IDOC got this for me for my birthday. I used to sing in a metal band in college. I can scream. I'm always in the car, and like every once in a while I'll put on a song and I'll just like yell for IDOC, and she'll be like, "What are you doing?" So in college, one of the first bands I was in started off as a Pantera cover band. So we played that kind of music. Pantera, Godsmack. We even covered a couple tantric songs just to mix it up a little bit. And we started writing our own music along the lines of that. My guitarist had the Washburn V, the Washburn V neck guitar, the same one Dimebag had. It's had the lightning bolts on the side. So thanks for your transparency. I do that and was blessed by your fellow traders. Thanks, Matt, for not flexing dumb 200K watches. Yeah. This was a $700. This is my $700 Rolex. You heard some trend kill in that little scream, a bit of fill going on. Used to drum in metal bands. Oh, kick ass. That's cool. That's cool, man. I'll tell you guys, if you ever like, the funniest thing was when you were a kid, like, you know, your parents probably would say, like, you're walking down the street and there's some guy with like tattoos and long hair and like a deicide shirt on with upside down cross. Like, come on, kids, get away from this guy. That was probably the safest guy on the entire street. Like, metalheads are so like kind and loving people. They're like giant teddy bears, and it's so crazy because like you'll be in the pit, people like swinging their arms around, you get elbow in the face, you're missing a tooth, and your like nose is bleeding, and everybody's like, "Wait, everybody stop! Stop! Someone's hurt! Wait, is somebody hurt? Somebody's hurt! Okay, guys, get him out of here!" And they're like, they put you on their shoulders. Sorry, bro, and like carry you out. It's very like as tough as it looked on the outside. I always found out that like metal culture was like the most like, because they're basically like grown-up Dungeons and Dragons nerds. I mean, they're basically like nerdy, dorky people. They're like nicest people in the world. They're always like metalheads. Somebody's hurt. Get him out of here before he gets harder. You always were like, so you'll always notice people, metalheads are always like a good vibe. Your mom took you to your Far Beyond Driven cassette? No way, dude. That was like when Pantera went mainstream, because Far Beyond Driven was the I'm Broken was their big breakout hit on MTV. I remember that they went mainstream off of. That whole album was huge for them. But people didn't like they didn't like it because they thought it was a softer sound, especially when they did the Planet Caravan cover. I thought their cover was really good though. They were like, Pantera's going soft. I was like, I don't know, man. That CD was pretty hard for me. I liked it. Miss a good mosh pit. Let me tell you a funny story about mosh pit. So IDOC and I went to we went to go see Coheed and Cambria. And Coheed and Cambria obviously is like the least heaviest band ever. They're just like mildly alternative, but awesome band. Like I'm a huge fan. And so we went, you know, everybody there is like an aging millennial. Like at the concert, half the people there were like polo shirts and khakis, and they still had their like name card from Chevron like hanging from their pocket, right? You know, they just got off of work. They're all standing around, you guys in their 40s, and Coheed started like, you know, playing some of their bigger hits, and a tiny little mosh pit broke out. Like I'm talking like tiny, but it was almost friendly, and it was like all these guys like, whoa, bro, a mosh pit. Hold my beer. I haven't been in one of these in a while. And then everybody's like sort of like jumping in and like smiling and having fun because, you know, like not getting too heavy because everybody's back is hurting. But it was kind of the funniest experience because IDOC was like, oh my God, I'm gonna step back. It's dangerous. I was like, babe, this is not a real mosh pit. This is just, yeah, like aging millennials having a little bit of fun like they used to. It was the cutest mosh pit I ever saw. And people were just sort of like gently shoving each other around. Somebody got their nose busted. It was actually IDOC's first experience of a pit. I was like, nah, babe. When I went to Pantera White Zombie when I was in middle school, that was by far the heaviest mosh pit I've ever seen in my life. That was ridiculously brutal. Pantera White Zombie. Oh, when White Zombie was huge, people went nuts in that concert. I saw Guar every year for like a decade. Guar pits were crazy. But so you know, like I said, it's so funny when you go to concerts. Like I went to see Killing Joke. I don't know if you guys remember Killing Joke. They had that song 80s, which was the song that sort of Kurt Cobain somewhat stole for Come As You Are. When I saw Killing Joke, there was a guy there, and it was in a very small like club in the middle of nowhere in Clear Lake for like 50 people. And like literally there was a guy there in an oxygen tank in a wheelchair. Like an old guy. But that's gonna be me, man. I'm gonna show up in the oxygen tank. Zombie Pantera was awesome, dude. Like back in the day. Rammstein pits are probably still pretty nuts. Those guys are still going strong. Yeah, but I listen to all kind of music though, not just metal. Like I'm a huge fan of music in general. I like metal just as much as I like jazz. I like EDM, you know. I like the golden age of house music. Big fan of all that stuff. Indie music. One of my favorite bands is Sigur Rós. Like, they're not metal at all. Well, they're kind of like evoke like a metal vibe, but their music is very like moody and dark and different. Melodic. The bullishness is really hard to pinpoint. It's like I said, it's really hard to pinpoint other than tech is moving pretty quick. Gotta start chain smoking and earn your iron lung. Oh my god. Camelot, never listened to Camelot. I've never heard of him. Bieber killed it at Coachella. I was seeing all these Coachella Bieber memes this last couple of days. Somebody keeps posting for me. Somebody keeps telling me to post the Ninja Trader dashboard. It's gonna log me out of my platform. What do you want me to post dashboard for? Somebody is spamming that in chat. It's gonna kick me out. What do you want to see on the dashboard? It kicked me out, by the way. Here we go. What? Here? There. Live balance, live balance. What about the... You want to see that it's real on the dashboard? There it is. It kicks you out of the platform. That's how you know I just logged into it. Just kicked me out of the platform. You only be open in one place at once. Okay. Questions? Log back in here. It's real money, sir. I know it's because it's so rare to see somebody making millions of dollars as a trader anywhere. People literally don't believe it ever happens. And it doesn't. I agree with you. It doesn't ever happen to anybody. Except for me. A few other people. It's so rare. I know. I wouldn't ignore it. I want to answer the question. I'm gladly will have to jump to the extra hurdles because 99.9% of people are frauds and cheats and scammers. I appreciate the Inquisition because I have to be the one that takes that questioning and goes the extra mile because no one else will. So I appreciate the questions. Hold on. My people are messaging me here. Hold on. Hey, anybody has anything to say, just doesn't like our numbers. Bigger P&L. There's a lot of people that have a lot to say that aren't even traders. They don't make money trading. They just got a lot to say. It's okay. I get it. But our star is taking off. And their star is slowly dimming. So same, like 2 months ago, we were getting about 12 to 13,000 views a day. Now we're getting close to 25, which is insane. This time next year, we'll be getting 50 plus. Wait, Pat is saying something. I've ducked him on a train challenge. First of all, what? That's absolutely not even true. That's funny. I'll do the same thing. I'll offer anybody the same challenge that I offered that pump and dump guy, the same thing. Put $100,000 in an account. Trade it. First person to 1 million keeps the loser's account. That's it. 100% would never do anything like that and show you on the channel. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll not only will I beat anybody in a challenge, I'll probably do 3 or 4 times better. It's on. I accept. 100%. Here's my terms. 100K start. 1 million end. You go until you end. You stream everything fully transparent. Winner keeps the loser's account. I accept. Have your lawyer contact mine. I accept. It must be live streamed. Every trade must be shown. Unless you're not streaming, of course, but daytime on screen. No deposits in the account after the initial deposit. I accept. Oh, yeah, no. No, I 100%. I'll take anybody's challenge, 100%. Winner keeps the loser's account. Let's be real. Yeah, he invited me to the BDH a couple times. I just never went. I just get busy. I haven't been on a vacation in a year. So if he thinks I ghosted his invites. Yeah, he invited me to BDH a couple times. I never went. I just got busy. I'm building stuff. I got time for a trip. Yeah, no, yeah. No. Televised trading challenge. Accepted. I've accepted it. Send the message over. There's not a trader out there that'll go head to head in a challenge with me. 100% accept. 100%. Sound like somebody a little salty. We're getting pretty big on our YouTube channel. Guess that happens. Here it is. 100K start. To 1 million. First one to 1 million wins. First one that gets to 1 million keeps the account of the loser. You must trade it on stream every day, front and center. You must show the broker statement front and center. That way people can see that somebody can't make money over time, not just draw a box around their best month or two. You must show the entire thing, and then I accept. Winner takes the loser's account in full, gets all the profits from it, and you must show the history either to the finish line or to 0. Fully televised, 100%. 100% accept. I'm in. I'm down. Let me show you a couple of charts. Here's a chart right here. And here's a chart right here. Take a guess what I just drew on my stream, everybody. Can you guys guess what I drew on my stream just now? If anybody wants to do a trading challenge, those are my terms. I 100% accept. That looks like our YouTube channel views, sir. St. M's got it right. Oh God, Brad's going parabolic. Have y'all seen that? Like between me and Brad together and Neon stream got 50% bigger 2 weeks ago. That's crazy. So I'm doing this 100K to $1 million challenge. I'm up 600,000 P&L since December 31st. I'm just making $1 million transparent on stream. Today I'm buying a Ferrari for iDoc, my girlfriend. So this afternoon I'm actually going to be, like, I told her to be streaming. So if you guys want to follow our journey for her, she'll probably be streaming on Twitch. So I'll give you guys a link later. Oh, we have such a huge crew. Yeah, but we do other things just besides, you know, just besides trading. You know, iDoc and I are business owners and do a lot of other stuff on the side. So we have a lot of fun in life. So we do other stuff, like, essentially in this community. I built the Rockseater platform. I built Prop Score, which is a prop comparison site that is not like a pay-for-play thing. It is a mathematical ranking model that, and this is in beta, so we launched in May. So what this does is it has a scoring model that basically looks at ROI per time in market per difficulty of the account times user input factors. An example, say you want to know which firm has the max monthly payout based on, an example is you have a 60% win rate and you like to trade 1.5 to 1 trades. Which account will give you the most monthly payout? And then it now ranks them according to the math of that. Apparently in this example, Tradeify is the highest of that particular thing. What if you only had a 10% win rate? Then Funded Next is the top account, right? You put in your own stats and actually tells you which account is ranked better than the other. It's all math based, so there's no subjectivity, no pay for play. Every single prop account is going to be ranked here, and this is massive. Even our beta, we're getting such a crazy amount of traffic for this thing. So the neatest thing is that, like, what's the best first payout you can get from a firm? You know, take Profit, an example, is the highest ranked one there. So you have different scales, right, that you can look, or different models you can look at to see which account or which sort of motif matches your style as a trader. Expected first payout, kind of like the average best day that you can get. You can see that the top ranked expected is My Funded Futures, Take Profit, Tops, and we only have 9 of them programmed in now. By the time we launch, we'll have 52 and counting prop firms loaded up. The link will be shared with you guys on next Monday. So if you're in this YouTube channel, we'll share it with you guys Monday. You can already start using the site, using the comparison tool. You'll be able to compare prop firms next to each other and see the different scores. Simplicity score is an algorithm that looks at the different rules, the different limitations of the account. ROI value is the amount of return you're expected to make on the money you put in. Drawdown per price is the drawdown you get for dollar you pay. Price per time in market is the price you pay for the expected time in market based on the failure rate of you until you finally get a payout. So in all of this together, you can put the accounts side by side and see how they rank. Overall score is completely non-subjective and based just on the stats of the account. And then you have some AI telling you the pros and cons as to what makes one of them good and what makes one of them bad. Can you export your brokerage stats into it? Not yet, but down the road, I'd like to be able to have that. Instead of us doing an export feature, the current thing is to have you guys just input your stats here. And this is the first launch of this. We'll have it more detailed as to what stats you can program into it. They play into the failure rate. We have a failure rate model that looks at the failure of the accounts, your win rate in trading, risk and reward ratio, and you'll be able to put in like more parameters, like how many accounts you trade at once, you copy trade, things like that will actually be built into the entire model. And we asked if you guys, you know, obviously there's a lot of people out there that make a living as an affiliate, make all this money, and you're buying them fucking cars and watches and houses and airplanes and boats and shit. But there's other people that are going to take, you know, the millions of dollars, you know, that we make a month, whatever, out there in revenues and build something with it instead and give it to you guys. Our goal is if you support us and use our code everywhere, we actually have a whole team of people running this, and it's completely non-subjective, and it gets rid of all the subjectivity of like pay for play and favorites. You actually get a math ranking system to tell you who's better based on whatever deal. Currently, the 20% off at My Funded Futures is better than the 40% off at Take Profit. Did you know that? The score is slightly higher. So you now be able to do this like standpoint of who's having a sale, which one ranks better at the time of the sale. What's up, iDoc? I see you texting me. What's up, girl? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Apparently the people in chat are just making up stuff about saying that Pat wasn't starting a war with us. They're just trolling. So basically people are going to his stream and saying something, going to my stream and saying something, trying to instigate. Like I said, if there's a trading challenge, I accept 100%. Like I'm 100% always ready for a challenge. I never have turned down any challenge ever. So if you guys, when this launches for beta, for open for you guys on Monday, you'll get to play with it. And so you want to come in here, and some things you'll like add some mirrors that you like to favorites. We'll have eventually notifications that'll let you know when your favorites do go on sale. When the score changes, when a firm adds new accounts, we're going to be in before launches come out and have the news that you need to know before it happens. So that's a website that we built. That's the very first, world's first mathematical ranking site for props. It uses only math. It's an algorithm that calculates different factors and gives a score. So PPI data came in pretty bad, actually. Today, PPI data came in as a huge miss, I would say, across the board. The month-over-month PPI forecast, this month-over-month change was expected to be 1.1, came in at a 0.5. PPI core was expected to be a 0.1, came in at 0.4, and came in at a 0.1, negative 0.1. So PPI is also slowing down. Year-over-year PPI, pulling back. For the first time in about 7 months, it finally pulled back a little bit. So you're kind of seeing, and that's core, by the way, that's excluding food and energy. So I like to look at core more than anything so I can remove the effects that oil, for instance, is having on everything. So just like everything else, CPI, GDP, PPI, PCE, everything's looking sort of bad. My Funded giveaway in 10 minutes. 10 minutes. It's the change in price of goods. So I'm sorry. PPI, when it's lower, it's better. My bad. So PPI has been coming down. So that's actually good news. My bad. I said that backwards. The change was lower. So let me start over. I was getting the change right backwards. PPI in general, when it goes down, is better. So this is the change in price. So it's like a CPI. Lower is slightly better. The expectation was that it was going to go up. For what we came in actually is this is actually a beat. But the change, right? I confused myself there a little bit. The change on core is a 0.1. It's still going up month over month. So when you want things to be sort of like, you know, prices go up 2% a year anyways. So you're wanting to see like the month over month not be elevated because, you know, it takes 12 months for easy to get you to 2% if they're like 0.5% a month. 0.1 is still pretty decent. So if you think about it, if you're going up for 2% as the Fed's target divided by 12, that's about, you know, see 2% divided by 12 is like 0.08, right? Wait, hold on. 2% divided by, yeah. And so you kind of want to be like here. Am I making sense? Or point, not 0.8, 0.2. About 0.2. So as long as you're about 0.2, you're on pace to 2%. So obviously, like earlier in the year, we had a lot of data that was 0.5 and 0.1%, which is really high. So in a general, like normal bullish economy, bullish year, you're going to want to see data like this, where it's about the actual is 0.2, give or take, times 12 puts us at right about 2% a year. So a normal bull market is going to have PPI that's about 0.2 month over month growth. Clearly, since 2021 post-COVID, we've had the inflation. So you want to see these growth numbers back down. This is actually good data now that I think about it. Somehow my brain was thinking it was 0.4 and I didn't look at this right. So this is actually kind of on pace. So the PPI data came in pretty decent. In general, the exception was PPI that excludes energy prices, and then you can see that with oil prices being the way they are, it was the miss. My bad. So core was good, PPI was bad, right? Well, by the same time next year, we will be the most watched YouTube channel for live trading futures. That's fact. I hope we keep growing at the same rate. So I'm excited to see us growing, which is really nice. You guys have supported this channel since the start. I mean, we're bring on 2 new people. We're bringing on two more people. By summer, we'll have 5 streamers total. That's gonna be crazy. What's your bread and butter strategy? So I use gamma exposure. Hold on real quick. So Rock Scooter Tools are one of the world's first dealer exposure gamma models, dealer gamma exposure models for retail traders. So part of what we do is this liquidity map you see up to the right. It shows you where hedging pressure is from the options landscape of market makers. And so an example would be when the market opens right here, futures has a 1A, right? 1A says, if we open with this resilience indicator greater than 0, which is all the stocks are doing the same thing, 1A is a gap and go. So 1A trade was a gap and go right here. 1B is if we dip to the blue line, buy from blue line back to open, here to here. And as you see, the flashcard showed exactly what was expected at the open. And that's exactly what happened. So what we're looking at is two different things. Number one is we look at the underlying options market to find where balancing acts are. So dealers hedging their positions to neutral are going to create long and short pressure in the underlying. Second thing is we use a bunch of exploits in the CME, which is unique to us. Nobody's done anything like this. This green line is 100% going to be a high volume pivot when we get to it. This one right here. So when I get to there will be volume. And from that volume, I can know that there's going to be traders there. So when I do my trade plans, I trade only from volume pivot to volume pivot. Every single line that you see on our chart is 100% guaranteed to be a high volume pivot every single time. So what it lets me do is not to make a trade early at a place that doesn't matter. I only trade where traders are going to be. And that's it. I haven't made any trades today right now. But that's it. You're happy to see Brad growing with the night shift. Helps you not feel confined in New York's hours. Yeah, it's kind of nice, right? Brad's stream is going freaking parabolic. Neon stream is going parabolic. Brad over the last 3 weeks has done this. Neon over the last 3 weeks has done this. Me over the last 3 weeks have done this. It's crazy. This is the 5th week in a row that the total views per week have been beating the total views. This is total views. This is not viewers. This is total view hours. This is watch time. Our watch time curve is doing this. It's crazy. I don't know where all you guys are coming from, but we're glad to have you here. Can Brad take over the morning show? You guys want me gone? I'll give Brad the morning show. I can wake up in the morning and sit here and trade with you both of you guys. Y'all done with me? Is it time for me to leave? Brad, you want a job? You want a job? Do you even trade, bro? You have to wear the eye patches? Unfortunately, you have to wear the eye. I'm gonna make Mrs. Darb come in every morning with the eye patches on your face. Honestly, at some point, can Brad start from market electronic open instead of 1 hour after? Well, that's up to him. Brad has flexibility to do whatever. I told you guys, when I watched hundreds of videos for audition tapes, I took my sweet time. I was very particular about, I know you guys more than y'all think I do. I knew that Brad and Neon were going to be the perfect fit. You know, that was like the hardest decision I ever had to make. Will I cover all this in Bootcamp Mario? Yes, sir, I will. You get insane value from how I carry myself. I'm like the sensei that doesn't quit. I'm gonna be like 80 years old and still streaming. Don't leave, Matt. I quit. We'll have market replay in the platform. Probably not something that we're building. We're trying to get our tools into other platforms now so that we can kind of focus on having tools in the platform rather than building platform features. So currently we're finishing up Go charting, and currently we're building ourselves in the NinjaTrader right now. So pretty soon you'll be able to access Rocket Scooter tools in NinjaTrader and Rocket Scooter tools in trading in Go charting. And after that, wealth charts, and after that, trading view. So you'll be able to use their marketplace replay features and stuff. Wait, you're gonna come to Texas and hang out? Bro, I got a seat for you. Just come on over. When I added money in 130 to 140, did I take anything out? No, I never took anything out back then. No. I never took anything out at that time. In December, no. You're the same guy that was asking earlier. You still need some convincing? I can go to the Rogan podcast talking about Gamma. Oh yeah. So our style here is to find high volume pivots and trade off of them. And we use confluences by looking at all the different stocks at once in one glance to kind of take that guess. An example here, and you can see on the chart, all these different targets, they have confluence flags next to them, like support, resistance, it'll say that. And these will change. It's all automated. These will change based on the confluence on the stocks. An example is at market open. If all the stocks have also gapped and gone, it's market cap weighted, this white line will be above 0, this one right here. And it says if that white line is greater than 0, take a small trade and long at the open next resistance, which was here to here. That's straight up trade plan. Now I chose not to take it because I'm just kind of like sitting out today. But because the stocks moved, because this moved, I'm not shorting it, and we moved up to next resistance just like the flashcard showed. This is like a kind of a gamma play, right? You get that sort of, the market just has that positive pressure, then everything gets squeezed up higher to next resistance. And so the confluence will change. Like if this white line was below 0, these would all flag and say resistance. And if it was less than 0, I wouldn't have taken the trade. I would have sat out. The flashcard tells me how much I'm going to trade versus what size I'm going to trade versus on the condition I'm going to trade. And most of it is watching the internals of the index itself. All the different stocks inside of it, market cap weighted, are the stocks in that same kind of pressure. A couple of examples. The blue line is weekly options gamma exposure. If you hit the blue line right here, if the stocks themselves are gamma positive on weekly options, then we expect the market to bounce up with that as well. So my trade plan this morning, when I said what I'm going to do, is I'm not going to take the small long at the open. I'm going to actually just choose to avoid that trade. Is A, I'm either going to buy the dip from here, or B, take the short from here on the reclaim. Hold on. Doc Ferrari. Oh yeah. Okay, so somebody just asked me, what makes you guys the #1 stream? Okay, here's number one. Number one P&L. That's for sure. #1 P&L of any streamer. Number 2. Biggest Discord. #1 Discord of any streamer. 10,000 people. Number 3. Most customer base of any streamer. We have 100,000 customers with Rocket Scooter. Number 4. The most technology of any streamer. Indicators, platforms, whatever. We have no streamers make that. We have a whole trading platform. We have a whole marketplace. We have a whole prop site. Prop affiliations. We currently have, I don't know, 65 codes. So we have pretty much more prop affiliations than I think any other streamer too. And the only thing we're not #1 at is views, but we're closely coming in. So I guess views are one thing. We're like in the top 3. Ready, guys? Type MFF in chat. #1 community. #1 Discord. #1 customer base. #1 P&L. I can't stack enough gold medals on my chest with that. #1 income. That's why I say we're #1. I'm gonna put $30,000 a month in the ads and then become #1 views if I wanted to. That metric doesn't mean anything to me. Oh yeah, and #1 trader. Most contest wins of any streamer. Type in MFF. I got Brad, #1 handsome. #1 giveaways, baby. #1 giveaways. The prop score launches. My goal is to give away over 1,000 accounts every month. At least 2, if I can get there. At least 1, maybe 2. #1 imitation Matt clone. #1 Matt lookalike. #1 community. #2 community when it comes to trading competitions. You guys got 2nd place in the Tradeify World Grand Cup. #1 side businesses, I guess, because I have so many side businesses and extra things I do besides trading. #1 eye care routine. What the dude? We got like Harry Potter like casting spells on my face over here, like Leviosa, like. I'm sitting here and they're like floating around my face on their own. I look like Darth Vader getting probed and prepped, like they're repairing my skin here, like put the mask on. You know, Darth Vader used to have, Anakin had to sit there and has the shit scraped off his rotting flesh. Except I've got an avocado mask, baby. Like, if I look up, it's like dun 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 dun. No. Pretty good, right? I've been practicing that one for a while. No. Every single part about Revenge of the Sith was like, look, let me tell you. Revenge of the Sith is by far, and I know it's the least popular opinion, in my thought process, and I know this goes against everybody from my generation by saying this, but I don't think Empire Strikes Back was the best Star Wars movie. I think it was of the original trilogy, but I'd like to say that I think Revenge of the Sith is the best Star Wars movie to ever come out, with the exception of no at the end. That part, could we done without that? I think at the time people hated the prequels, they're a bunch of old school loony bins, but then whenever we saw the new movies that came out, the appreciation for the prequels came way back, and I'm gonna tell you, the prequels are better than the sequels. The prequels are better than the OGs. Watching like Yoda and freaking Sidious lightsaber fighting in the Senate room. Watching Mace Windu and Sidious lightsaber battles. Oh my God. The Darth Maul fight, epic. They used to have that playing for advertisements for Taco Bell when I was in high school. But episode 3 was the best. But we could have done without the Anakin no at the end. You know what I'm saying? Rogue was a really good movie. I'm gonna lie. But no, Revenge of the Sith, just like, 'cause it was such a good like rap, even with the bad acting, it was still, and the bad screenplay writing, you know, where Anakin hates sand and all that stuff. Well, that was actually Attack of the Clones. I hate sand, it gets everywhere. Even with the bad acting, it was still better than the newer movies. Okay, type in MFF. We're gonna give away 20 My Fun and Futures accounts today. 20 My Fun and Future Rapid. They texted me yesterday. Matt Leach came out last week. Luke came out last week. We had lunch. They talked about the new plans. They asked Doc and I what we thought of the names of the new plans. We gave them our opinions. New plan coming out. If you want a hint, think along the spectrum of my funded futures accounts. Think, and I'm wearing to celebrate right here. On the spectrum of my funded futures accounts, it's closer to the core level of accounts rather than the expert level of accounts. So closer to the value end of the spectrum. So if you guys miss the core, I know it was one of y'all's favorite plans. It'll be closer to that type of an account. So you're a natural born rebel rogue. Let's go. You still rocking your core counts in November? Nice. I do like every one of my funded futures plans. They've turned out to be like tailoring their stuff. The crazy thing about all the prop firms, like I know all the prop firm sales stats and all that stuff. My funded futures is probably one of the only ones that's remained steady. Like if you look at everybody's stuff, I think it like, you know, you'll see like Top Step is kind of like this. You know, like a lot of the firms like Tradeify, similar, they, you know, they kind of popped and dropped. And then certain firms like right now, like Lucid's starting to like pick up some steam, and firms are coming and going. But one thing that you will notice about my funded futures is that it's kind of like steady, right? You never hear anything bad about it. You never hear controversies really. They've just always been steady, and their plans have always been good. And the no DLL, no consistency on all the funded sides. I mean, it's pretty goated when you think about it. DLL and consistency are horrible. Horrible rules, I think. Should I do Mystery Science Theater on Fridays where we watch old movies and we talk about it? I would love that. Got Cambot, Gypsy, Tom Servo. Dude, I used to like love watching that show. Watching comedy movies. I need my own puppets, robot puppets. They rebooted Mystery Science, I think. I remember at some point they rebooted it. Phantom Menace was the best. I have to say, I really enjoyed Phantom Menace a lot more than I remembered. When I watched it again, the prequels, I thought it was really kick-ass. Because it's set up, there was like, the first time that you got to see, you know, Darth Maul in action. Like so crazy. His lightsaber has 2 kyber crystals in it. Vroom, vroom. And the first time I saw those freaking Taco Bell commercials, because they were doing like dun, 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 dun. Get your Taco Bell crispy gordita crunch right now today. Get your free Attack of the or Phantom Menace cup. You would get Phantom Menace cups. If you guys remember, like in 1999, go to Taco Bell, get a giant Star Wars cup. In each movie they had one. Oh yeah. Zoom, zoom. Oh. I was like, oh my God. Epic scene. And you know how when Obi-Wan was, so when Darth Maul was fighting Qui-Gon Jinn, he did that trick where he faked him out, then he hit him. Qui-Gon Jinn went up like this, and then Maul hit him and he knocked his saber up. That's how he got the aim to get in and stab him. He thought, and so when Obi-Wan was fighting him, Obi-Wan did the same opening stance as Qui-Gon to fake out Darth Maul. And when he did this, Darth Maul tried the same technique to bump his lightsaber, and he parried it and then whoosh, cut him in half. So Obi-Wan, such a good lightsaber fighter. People don't know that little fun fact. He did Qui-Gon's opening stance to bait him into the same move. I mean, they actually really scripted the choreography to even have story elements. Did you notice that too? It's not his usual stance. He did the thing like that. And I was like, wait, that was, you noticed it, right? I'm telling you guys, Star Wars fans will see that stuff. They actually thought it through. There are actually story elements to the choreography of the fight. Probably the best defensive lightsaber technique, pretty good. And then Anakin tried his trick on him when Obi-Wan, because Anakin was obsessed with Obi-Wan, right? And his fighting style. And so when Obi-Wan did the fight, he did the leap over on Darth Maul. Anakin tried the same thing on Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan noticed and chopped his legs off midair. You don't do the same trick on your master. What you studied him do, he knows that trick. You're a mistake, Anakin. Did the flip over his head. Terrible, terrible idea. Anakin, I have the high ground. You don't jump over someone's head when they got the high ground. Doesn't work that way. All right, type in MFF, guys. I'm giving away 20 accounts today. 500 features, 20 rapid accounts. Type in MFF in chat. We'll do a drawing in just a little bit. In episode 3, Anakin tries the same move he pulled on Dooku to Obi-Wan. And Obi-Wan counters it. Oh, yeah. That, he also did that. That's correct. In Rocket League platform, do you need AMP CQG data? Feed live entry for your platform for it to work properly. You need any kind of live data feed. It doesn't matter if it's AMP. Any broker that works with CQG will work in the platform. Yeah. So basically, you get any broker, AMP, EdgeClear, Philip Dorman, any of them work with CQG. You have your brokerage account, and that CQG connection will tie into a bunch of platforms. You can take CQG just about every major platform. So CQG will work here. It'll work in TradingView. It'll work pretty much everywhere. The prequel duels, that was like the coolest. I thought, and I remember, speaking of, guys, type in MFF in chat. See, like originally, right? George Lucas' original thought of the lightsaber was this supposed to be a heavy, two-handed sort of Excalibur, sort of claymore kind of sword, right? Where you're like, it wasn't like that. And so they were all old, right? In the original battles, they're all old and aging, but it was like the prequel, they're all, you know, manning it with one hand and stuff, like the things are weightless. So you had to kind of explain that story element away a little bit. Was that, oh, well, they're just younger and stronger. Head and shoulders on ES. Yeah, not yet though. I wouldn't be, I'm not going to try to fade this one today. But yeah, seeing like the duels in the first movie were just the trilogy were just what made it awesome. Why do adults go all gaga over Star Wars and Disney? I don't even know. Well, Star Wars because it's part of our childhood, right? Like we, you know, when you're kids and like every single movie that came out had puppets in it. You remember, like if you're a kid in the 80s, every movie had a puppet in it. Star Wars, Dark Crystal, The Labyrinth, Mac and Me, you know, like Short Circuit was a puppet robot, you know, E.T. Every movie was a freaking movie with a puppet in it. There were shows with puppets, like Alf, you know, like every movie was like puppets. So it was like part of your childhood growing up was like movies with puppets in it. Mac and Me, classic movie. Gremlins, never-ending story. You know, it like takes you back. It takes us back to a time when like movies were all about practical effects, good stuff. Debbie Does Dallas had a puppet. I wouldn't be surprised. Small Soldiers, Johnny 5, need more input. Ghostbusters had puppets. So then you just get older, man, and that just takes you back to your childhood. The question is, do I want to do DD Band short on Nasdaq or not? I kind of don't want to try to fade this though. I've learned my lesson. Fraggle Rock, yeah, and all the shows we watch, you know, Mr. Rogers puppets, Sesame Street's puppets. You know, Mr. Rogers, I didn't know this, but he was the puppeteer and the voiceover for all the puppets. He did all their voices too. I didn't know he got his start doing puppeteering at his church and all that stuff. He like made all the puppets and made all the sets and stuff. I didn't know that. I remember Alf. Alf was weird, dude. Alf was a weird show. Weird show. And I heard that the actors on Alf, by the way, for you guys, type in my fun futures for the giveaway. The actors on Alf hated the show. Like the dad, the guy that played the dad, George or whatever his name was, hated being on the show. He couldn't stand it because these actors hated the idea that their role was just to support some animated puppet, that the puppet got all the praise from being the lead character of the show. So I remember, if you go read up, I remember my doom scrolling presented something like that to read. It was really funny that the actors on Alf couldn't stand the show. Like you couldn't get them together to do a reunion if you paid them. They couldn't wait for that show to be canceled, to be over. Dinosaurs. Dude, Dinosaurs. TGIF on Fridays. The Dinosaurs ending was so macabre and dark. At the ending of Dinosaurs, you guys remember the finale of Dinosaurs? It was so dark. Dark. They all... Not the mama. So dark at the end. Because they looked up and they saw the asteroid coming. Yeah, and that's it. There was never an ending. It got canceled. No, well, that was the ending. But they saw the asteroid. They're all gonna die. Like, that's how it ended. I mean, it's very, very dark comedy because, you know, they're puppets and whatever, but that was basically the ending. All right, type MFF, guys. 20 accounts given away. Just a second here. Type it in. Type it in. Even, what was the girl? There was the girl that was the robot too. What was that movie in that show in the 80s? Small Wonder. A girl that was a robot puppet thing. All movies and shows in the 80s were puppets and robots. Okay, give you guys a couple more minutes to type in and we're gonna give away 20 accounts. My Fun and Futures Rapid accounts today. Dark Crystal was cool, yep. Bum, 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 bum. Do we let S&P hit DD band? Is that the play? I learned my lesson yesterday. We are actually very, 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 very close to all-time highs on S&P. Future. I didn't make any trades today. I'm just kind of sitting out and watching it. After yesterday kind of blew my mind, today I'm sitting back and trying to wrap my head around this market. I feel like I'm detached from being able to read it properly. The idea that since we've done the reversal on the Iran sort of thing, that reversal is not necessarily something I believed that was going to cause such a big move in the market, with GDP quarter-over-quarter growth rate fallen to like a 0.2, right? Very close to 0, which is crazy. CPI going up, PCE going up, core PCE going up. The only thing that looked kind of good was the core PI today, which actually came down, which is good on basically prices. But when you look at core, which includes the oil hikes, core went up as well. So, I'm sorry, non-core went up as well, which includes oil. Everything's just looking kind of weird. Now today, VIX futures will roll over. Tomorrow morning, VIX has a new, tomorrow morning, VIX options, monthly options expire. So today we roll over into new VIX contract. If we take a look at that really quick, VIX, no, that's June. Okay, is May 2026 VIX is going to roll over into almost 2 points of contango, by the way. So we're going to open up below triple B, and the very first day that we interact with it, we might continue another bull month. Like I said, I'm completely dumbfounded what the market is doing. So I kind of want to stay on the sidelines and sort of kind of take it easy and figure this out. Like normally I don't want to miss out on some bull wave, but for whatever reason, I'm not sure that this is genuine bullishness just yet or just bear market rally. So I'm kind of taking it easy right now. All right, friends. Type it in, type it in. And what the hell is going on with the views? Is somebody botting us right now? There's no way we went up to 1,800 concurrent viewers. Am I glitching out, or did one of you? One of you degens, are y'all botting my stream? Somebody really trying to get those accounts. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Somebody showing up with a 900 fake accounts to win the damn giveaway. No way that's real. That's hilarious. All right, I'm gonna spin the wheel for 5 of them, and then let's make it exciting. I'll spin the wheel for like 5 of them. And then we'll do the chat GPT with the rest of them. How about that? Let's make it exciting. Well, gee golly, looks like I'm #1 views now too. I kid because I love. Somebody showing up with 1,000 fake accounts there. Too many bots on it, bots. All right, should I? Should I? Might not be the best trade, but I'll try it small with 6. Okay, get it in. We'll do that giveaway just a little bit. Just a little bit. When this song is over, we're gonna start spinning the wheel. Got the My Fun and Future stream coming out for the giveaway. There you go. 20 accounts giveaway for My Fun and Future's Rapid. Going once, going twice. You got 1 more minute until we get going. Ba-da-da-dun-dun. All right, guys. It's that time. Where's my money gun? Where's the money gun at?
Well, the charts went silent in the midday sun. Matt kicked open the saloon, yelling free stuff, son. He's got prop firm bounties in a burlap sack and a boot camp last.
All right, guys.
Across his back.
It says mini giveaway bonanza, small bonanza, giveaway afternoon tea party. It's not really that big of a party. It's more of a giveaway soiree, if you may. Not much of a bonanza, but a 20 account giveaway. Really? I thought there was more money than that. I took a small 6 contract up here. I'm gonna let S&P. That's kind of like that final go, and I might build a small position there, just to play from here back to yellow. Hoping IDOC walked in right there. I'm hoping she doesn't ever walk in when I'm doing that. Benson event space. That sounds like the least bought kind of name I've ever thought. Congratulations, real winner Benson. Congratulations, my funded futures rapid accounts. Now, if ABC 123 XYZ wins, I'm gonna be a little suspicious. I'll be suspicious. Charlie, oh, you got so close, so close, my man. Is it Mitch? Is it Cedric? It's Mathematica. Booyah. My dude. Congratulations. Type something in chat. You gotta type to enter. That's what you have to, type to enter something here. Yippee-ki-yay. It's a giveaway bonanza. You're welcome, sir. My Fun and Futures Rapid account coming in hot. 20 to give away today. The number 1 giveaways. Seriously, I can call them giveaway 100 tomorrow if y'all want to do that. Maybe. Killa NQ. Y'all don't sound like bots. Y'all sound like real people. It sounds like real people are winning this. Congratulations, Killa NQ. Type your name in chat, Killa. That's what the bots want you to think. Killa NQ. My man, let's go. All right, cool. That's 3. Actually, we can spin the wheel maybe 20 times. What is this one? Nah, not that one. Hold on. I think it's Hopeful Trader. We'll see. We'll see. Hopeful Trader. Stop chasing pigeons with a clipboard.
Another level only brings you more paralysis. Clean up your charts. Volume pivots is all you need. Rocket Scooter is your answer. Just come to the daily stream. It's okay to admit if you're
How many is that? 4? Yeah, I have to verify by confirming my favorite Star Wars movie. This is true. You know, they originally were going to call Return of the Jedi Revenge of the Jedi. And George Lucas had a moment and it's like, ooh, Jedis don't have revenge. They're holy warriors. You can't call it Revenge of the Jedi. Just call it Return of the Jedi. Revenge sounds like a Sith thing, and then they reused the title Revenge when they did Revenge of the Sith. Originally, it was going to be called Revenge of the Jedi. That wouldn't have sounded right. We would still be making fun of that to this day, and it made no sense. These days, 2381. Shuffle the names. They're shuffled. It's random when you do that. There's no like shuffle list. I think it just randomly picks a starting point. I'll a Solo sequel. Solo's pretty cool. Like, Rogue One was pretty kick-ass, I have to say. Solo was good too. I liked Rogue One, I think, a little better, but I liked them both. Any of the new movies, like the Kylo Ren movies, I didn't like any of them. I didn't like any of those 3 movies. Freaking Master 117. It's all what I call Disney side hug. You know what I mean? Like, they took out the hot sexiness of the original Star Wars. You know, Luke, like, making out with his sister sort of thing. And they brought in, like, Disney side hug, which was like, oh, come here, friend. Oh, we're all friends. You see somebody, like, you saved each other's lives, and you come in, like, ass out, side hug. Good job. Good job, team. So mellow, so mild, so nerfed. They nerfed the movies. Wasn't a fan of it. I didn't like any of the newer movies until Sidious came out and started kicking ass in the last one. I was like, oh, this is getting cool. Oh, he's been behind it the whole time. Cool. Who cares about Kylo Ren and Snoke? Fuck those guys, you know. Bring back Palpatine. Let's go. Then I like that. It's pretty good. The last 30 minutes of that movie was pretty cool. When he's in that giant machine, he's like flying him around and stuff. As you know, the Sith, they can't turn the Force ghosts like the Jedi, but the Sith can immortalize themselves by embedding their spirit into objects. So I was like, whoa, he's still alive after all of that? Damn. Please check Acolyte. I haven't seen that yet. No new character building on the trilogy. 0. Yeah, exactly. 0. 0. It was lifeless, man. You weren't really like rooting for anybody. You kind of just wanted to see like lightsaber battles and stuff. You're like, let's just watch people. The animation on the wheel is just a Matrix illusion. I think I believe that. I believe that the wheel spinning is just an animated illusion. Yeah, somehow Palpatine came back. You're like, sigh, like, I guess, bro. Like, that's what I thought too. I was like, oh, he's back? I mean, that's kind of cool that he's back, but like, what? What made him such a kick-ass villain that he was present the whole time, then you fought him at the end? Not that he wasn't there the whole time and then you just fought him at the end. Then it's kind of like, all right. What they should have done, hold on, all right, spin some more, is like, you know, had some mysterious appearance or something of somebody. You're like, who was it the whole time? And then the plot twist, boom. That would have been great.
Well, howdy there, Matt. The chat's stampeding the prop.
Chat stampeding. I don't know what's going to go on today. I try to take a short at upper DD band S&P. I'm going to build just something small. Like I said, I'm not going to try to risk a lot. These upper S&P areas right up here. There's also a red line. 2892 on NASDAQ is again a yellow line as well. So these are all sort of like general areas I'd like to attempt that here and here. Sorry, yeah, sorry about that. Synfecta, let me give you like an extra minute. My bad, I covered the wheel. My bad. When it breaks bull zone to upside, there's no more zones. It's just considered bull zone all the way up to infinity. So if there's no more zones, it's considered it's going to keep going. All right, we'll do this one. We'll take like a little bit of break and focus on trading, and then we'll come back and do some more in a little bit. I feel like some people are just jealous of my #1 beauty routine and my #1 hairline. Because at the end of the day, I put enough avocado on my face. I'm really beautiful in the mornings every single day. DG72 B7R. That name is actually definitely not a bot. DG's been here for a bit. I know everybody's names because I say good morning to all you guys. DG is the one that has the apple, I forgot the artist, but the artist with the apple in front of his face. What's the name of the artist? I've seen those paintings at the Manil in Houston. What's the name of the artist? Son of man, Rene Magritte. Magritte, there it is. Yep. So no, DG is real. Like I've said good morning to you guys for years. I know most of y'all. He sounds like a fake name, but he's definitely real. He's got Magritte. Yeah, IDOC and I went to go see a Magritte installation. They have it at the Manil. Yeah, is that our bar cart in the back? Yo, that's right. Look at this. That's our bar cart we just bought. What the heck? That's hilarious. All right, how many is that so far? Let's double check. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that is 10. All right, we'll do 10 more in about 20 minutes. Just chill for a minute. Let's focus on trading. Congratulations to the winners. Those of you that won, you need to go to Discord. Go to the contest channel. Discord link in the description below the video. Go to the contest channel. Message an admin named Slacks with a screenshot of YouTube ID. Let us know that it's you and hook you up with your account. 10 now. We'll get 10 away in a little bit. Men are really different today compared to back in the day. I'm telling you, man. Vanity came from social media. I'd like to say that social media is the invention of male vanity. You know, men on TV has sort of been vain. Now that... Hold on, I'm going to play a different song. Now that brands and your image is worth possible money, vanity has now become a big part of most modern men's diet because being online is worth money. And looking good is worth money now. People try to monetize their person. Back in the day, men just would do their job and care what they look like. You know what I'm saying? It's a different world we live in, guys. All right. 10 more winners and 10 more minutes. Don't go anywhere. Looking good is subjective. I know. I definitely have #1 avocado routine, and I got #1 skincare routine, #1 girlfriend, #1 trading community, #1 Mr. Bean water bottle, #1 knowledge of Star Wars, 100%. I'll go toe to toe with anyone in Star Wars. I probably have #2 eyesight though, because I have glasses, and I think Brad doesn't wear glasses. He was talking about his LASIK the other night. I know, we're too old to get LASIK, right? I had the same conversation with iDoc. I'd have to get one of my eyes long and one of my eyes short. I don't know if I'd be able to deal with that. Arb's going positive. Somewhat positive now, yeah. I'd like to get LASIK. #1 mint green Ferrari. That's right. For stable internet, somebody said. Oh, that is kind of funny. Is my stream cycling a little bit? It still does it from time to time. I think there's just like massive interference with all these houses being crammed together in this area. Got artificial lenses for their eyes, cost about 12K. Dude, I would love to get iDoc. Hey, babe, can I get artificial lenses put in my eyes? Like installed, like turn me into like an android sort of thing? Hold on, let's find a better song. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Making money one tick at a time. Grateful for every click of the mouse.
No, that's it.
What I did, now I'm alive, not stressed. Watch each candle rise. Grace in my charts, hope in my eyes.
All right, we're gonna clear the list.
Riding the rocket scooter, zoom, zoom, zoom. Gliding through the maze of calls and puts in every room. Market makers press, but they can't shake my view. Cause I'm blessed, I'm calm, I know.
Type it in again.
I'm cool, I'm steady, I stay in my lane. Trading in peace while the world goes insane. Zoom, zoom, zoom through the storm I break. By the grace of God, I trade what I take.
Type it in, I'll be right back.
Shots are singing their song to me. I hear rhythm in the
Y'all are so funny with these.
hedge pressure tapping like a heartbeat free. I follow faith, not fear all the times. And when pride shakes wild in its dance, I hold my ground. This
All right, I'll be right back.
its chance will stands.
Oh wait, the bot. Wait, oh wait, it's over here. My bad.
Laser calls and puts in every
I'm totally messing this up. Here it is.
but they can't shake
Whoops.
my view. Cause I'm blessed, I'm calm,
Let's try this again.
I'm cool, I'm steady, I stay in my lane. Trading in peace while the world goes insane. Zoom, zoom, zoom through the storm I break by the grace.
Oh, y'all can look that up. All right, type in. My friend of futures. Be right back.
I scout the storm while others freeze, finding order in the chaos around. Every candle writes prophecy, every trend line hums a faith-filled sound. I'm anchored deep when the markets twist, peace like a shield in the morning mist. One more trade, one more gift today. Wisdom whispers when the volume moves. Fear steps back when the charts convey God's steady hand guiding what I choose. I breathe in calm while the tickers fly. Favor in motion under open sky.
Oh, that's about Frozen. Matt's in the middle of his beauty routine. You don't want to mess with that. I gotta do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying?
Gliding through the maze of calls and puts in every
Oh, I gotta text my guy real quick. Hold on.
they can't shake my view. Cause I'm blessed, I'm calm, I know what to do. I'm cool, I'm steady, I stay in my lane. Trading in peace while the world goes insane. Zoom, zoom, zoom through the storm I break by the grace.
And I got a busy day today. Oh my God.
Still standing tall, grace is my anchor. He's Lord over all. Through expansions, contractions.
What an insane pump today again, just like yesterday.
Tick by
Okay, what do we got after this? What do we got after this? Let's see.
They say I make it look too easy. We're doing it better than the rest.
So the yellow, this is called margin buffer limit pivot. It's based on CME stuff. You can see there's a high volume at exactly that level. You see when we get right here, there's a huge high volume pivot there. Pretty cool, right? And that's the pivot I was waiting for. So if there's anything, then that's if I could pick a high, that'd be the one. But it's not a strong pivot. I say it's not a strong bearish anything today. And we got VIX expiring tomorrow, so we might not get any play off of this. Maybe it might overshoot, and then tonight I'll look for it because we have a new volatility month starting. But we'll see. Type in my fun features, guys. Type it in. Oh my god, we're about to have 9,000 views already. Man, Brad's breaking viewer records. We're breaking viewer records. I don't think you guys are bots. I think y'all are real. Where'd y'all come from? Where'd you guys all come from? Curious. I said free, they all showed up.
Wish they had my thoughts running circles around the competition, taking profit when
You answered a tweet on Sunday, been following up, showing up since? Yes, sir. Glad to have you here. So this is not a weekly expected range. On my style, this is a margin buffer limit pivot. This is usually a resistance to movement. So if anything, my best case thought is there's a trade from here to here. To maybe 60 points. But I don't think we get a sell off today. I think that I might get a scalp out of it, but that's it. We'll see. Yellow line is always a resistance pivot. That's where I tried to short yesterday. I'm waiting for this one today as well. The only reason I didn't join the bull trade is I don't believe in the bull market. Not from here. I think this is just a bear market rally in the middle of a greater sort of like quarterly until summer sort of decline. And I'm very rarely bearish on the stock market. It's rare. You'll never... People used to call me permabull for like the last, I don't know, 10 years of my streaming life. No, I think we might get a potential reversal next Monday after expiration. Tonight we're gonna get a VIX test at the new triple B because VIX is opening with $2 a contango after VIX futures. After VIX options expire tomorrow morning, we'll be jumping about 2 points in VIX, about 20 give or take. What's the name of the prop firm rating site that we're doing? It's called Prop Score. If you go to our Discord in the Zoom call channel, there's a link to it. So we'll see. Okay, 4 minutes. We'll spin the wheel again. Again, any resistance, the yellow is always a good place to have resistance from. but and DD bound on S&P as well. Can we short it? 40 points up, so 930. 930 cut 40 points on that down here. So ARB is really close to neutral, so he's 40 point stop philosophy. This gives me about 60 points. 1.5 to 1. I like to take stabs when I don't believe in the bull run up. I like to take stabs at every yellow line. As you see, I waited all morning. Look how good that is. Our pivots are rock solid. Now, whether it works or not, that's up to the market. But I don't ever get the pivot wrong. Just I don't get the trade right. Pivot's right every time. See how this? Our shit is that good. Although my entry could have been better. We'll see. How do you guys like that? Y'all waited all morning, watch me wait, and I picked out of a hat 69.94, right? This could be the spot, right? So, when you hit these areas, you can see there's high volume that comes out of them. This is risk interval based on margin requirement. CME span sets this one. And this is based on margin buffer limit. Again, CME protocol. All right. This, wow, of all the 1,000 songs on this playlist, this is the old giveaway song. You guys remember? The hedge pressure, resilience, supports in the bull zone. We haven't heard this one in a while. Ready, guys? Type it in chat. You know what it is. Burr. Let's get it. Where's the burrs? I want to see some burrs in chat. I got the gun. Y'all know it. Texas Raj, first one. Rocket scooter. Rocket scooter. None of y'all sound like bots. This sounds like a bunch of real winners. I know Raj, all you guys. Everybody's winning but Victor, pretty much. Woo! See, I tell you, I like to take stabs at every yellow. I don't know if it's gonna work for a bigger trade, but as you see, that pivot was pretty on point. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Fat Shrek. Jesus Christ. You guys get y'all names from. Oh my word. This is for a free My Fun Futures Rapid. And I'll tell you guys, My Fun Futures right now is doing a pass one, get one free rapid challenge. Code Rocket Scooter. Use that. You get that. Every account you pass, they give you an eval for free. It's awesome. It only lasts until tomorrow at noon. Or 11. Actually, hold on. Let's do this one. This is a giveaway song. I love My Fun Futures, man. It's one of my favorite prop firms and my favorite account. Hey man, as long as people say our name, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. People ready to watch a winning trader. Y'all are welcome to come over and hang out with us. Just say my name, like the song says. Are we cooters in chat? Chat, are we cooters? Are we cooter, scooter, pooters? I've heard people say rocket cooter. I've heard people say rocket pooper. I've heard rocket boober. I've heard it all. Boot camp, scoot bamp, boot ramp. I've heard a lot of it. But it doesn't matter what you say, just say our name. Socket router. Scooters, booters, and rooters. You know, I like that. Like, there's got to be a plumbing company out there called Scooters, Booters, and Rooters down somewhere in Texas. You learned a lot at Cooter Camp when you got a sale. When do I got a sale? Rock Scooter is 99 bucks, half price for the first month right now. Scooter Scamp. Shrimp Scoompy. Rocket Gooner. Ah. So here's the moment of truth. Does this become a resistance pivot that pulls back or not? As you see, there is resistance here, which means I chose the right place. Whether I'm right or wrong, at least I'm right from the right place or wrong from the right place, which means I'm always wrong. Small. We do giveaways every single day on this channel. Once Prop Score launches fully, we'll be giving away probably 20 to 30 minimum accounts per day. Most prop giveaways ever in a YouTube channel, period. There's been days, there's days we get 100 away in a day. It happens all the time. So stick around. We love giving you guys stuff. Prop Score is a free service that will use mathematics to review which prop firms releases are good or bad or worse based on math. If somebody prop firm comes out with a new account, changes their rules, score will go down or up based on the rule change, and you guys will have full transparency on props now, and I have to dig through the fine print to find out that what actually looks good on paper is actually a nerf. Apex was a prime example. They came out with this new end of the day plan that on our website, Jay Slay, that every single influencer in town was pretty much paid to pump them. It's very sort of unfair to you guys as customers. You're essentially getting lied to the highest bidder, or by the highest bidder. Every single influencer, big streamer you watch is getting paid to just promote stuff. You don't know if you're getting good value or not. These guys are all shilling this crap. And so what we have is a math model that's going to rank things all together. Let me tell you an example. Like, of all the bigs, when Apex came out with this brand new accounts, how do the end of the day accounts rank? And on a scale of 5 to 8, it ranks as a 5.9, which is horrible, needs improvement. Anything below 8 is below average. Anything below 6 is considered, we call the shit pile. But we say needs improvement to be nice. But anything between 5 and 6 is bad. Lucid's is better, Fun and X is better, Tradeify's better, Top 7. This is all based on the mathematics, the ROI per time and market per difficulty. They have DLL and consistency on the funded side, and you would tell yourself, people have been marketing it like this is a game changer. It's the next big thing. Oh, it's amazing. Come to my stream. Oh, 10 giveaways. Oh, use my code. And then you didn't know you're being marketed dog shit. So now we're going to have, well, I use that as an example because that's the most recent one. New accounts that came out at Lucid, they ranked in the top 4. And so, you know, it's kind of like you're going to hear the marketing and who's good or who's bad, but the prop score will be able to tell you which account actually is mathematically better or worse. I like bringing up Apex as an example because it's just like an example of how bastardized this part of the industry has become. And somebody says, it's a game changer, it's the next big thing. Yeah, they took me out to dinner and tried to pay me to say the same thing. I fully blew the whistle on that. And I'm like, but it's not. Yeah, but we think it is. I don't care what you think. It's not. Our beta currently is, you know, like ranking you guys very low kind of thing. And you know what I'm saying is like, how do you know what's better or worse? And the idea becomes you'll be able to see through the marketing and actually just go through and see the actual numbers and see what is the actual score. Like a credit score. Up, down, better, worse. Which firm's better? This firm's got a deal, that firm's a deal. Which one's better? And surprisingly, Top Step ranked pretty well. Like, you know, as much as I don't like Top Step, under the default model, they do rank like 3rd place. So that's how you know it's legit, because clearly I hate Top Step, but the math speaks for itself. Top Step is one that actually came into surprise. Now, again, their deals are built into this, but the overall score is based on the current deal, the offerings, the ROI, time and market, drawdown per price, all the different pieces of it. And that launches fully in May. It's a free service. It's better than any prop aggregate site. Every single site you go to that has prop listings and rankings, these kids built with vibe-coded AI. They told ChatGPT to build them a website. and they stuff cookies in your browser. You know, every major influencer that's got a prop comparison site illegally stuffs cookies into your browser so that if you visit their site and then go buy a prop firm, it gives them credit even if you didn't intend to. So you know how all your big influencers are buying like airplanes and cars and houses and Rolexes and boats and shit, and cookie stuffing you on these prop comparison sites? We promise not to do that. You guys want to get stuffed? You're getting stuffed. Your ass is getting stuffed. Bullshit. For sure. So, anyways, a little beacon of truth for you guys out there. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Good job, good job, good job. So, let's see. It doesn't look like it's rejecting. There's still some bull pressure from here. It's completely blowing my mind today. Every comparison site out there, every single one of them does it. They just, and whoever pays them, they rank them at the top. They sort of extort the prop firms, like if you don't pay us, we're gonna list you or not list you, kind of thing. So that's every site. I'm not throwing shots at anybody. I'm throwing shots at everybody. So now you have a place where you can actually see what does the math say. Forget the marketing. Nobody can pay us to rank. No, Levi, what's up, dude? Nobody can pay us for a higher rank. Nobody can pay us for a better listing. Everybody's going to be ranked whether you like it or not. We're going to rank you if you exist. We will rank you. We'll have everybody on there, not just our favorites. The small ones, the big ones, it doesn't matter. The real ones will float to the top and the bad ones will sink to the bottom. Congratulations, Levi. My friends. See, all the people that are winning today are not bots. Hold on. We're not getting the rejection, so we'll see. Levi, you finally won. Hold on. Ooh, I'm about to give me some jasmine tea. From Molly Tea, hell yeah. And iDoc back on the beauty. She's like, you want to go to the spa tomorrow? I was like, do I want to go to the spa tomorrow? Do I want to sit around in a bathrobe and eat strawberries from a plate, drink champagne while I'm sitting in a hot tub, have some 6-year-old Thai lady walk on my back with her heels? When would I ever say no to that? You ever get those Thai massages where they stretch you, contort you, twist your joints? Crazy. Scott S71. Do I want to go there tomorrow? If you're making, somebody said $200 a month from 100K subscribers, wouldn't you focus on that? Are you talking to me or talking to somebody else? You're making $200 a month from 100K subscribers. Wouldn't you just focus on that? Sounds like a better business. I'm not sure what you're referring to. I missed the context of that. How many is this today? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Got 3 more. Share about me and like my businesses. I have a lot of businesses. There's a lot of stuff you guys don't even know that I do that's outside of the trading world. I have Rocket Place, Marketplace. I've got, well, trading world, Marketplace. We've got Rocket Scooter. We build trading platforms for other people. I own a development shop where I do white label coding projects for other people. I own a company I own in India that does that. I've got Prop Score, which is another trading thing. I've got all these trading things I do. I'm part of an investment group that does angel investing. I'm part owner of a zillion other things. What's your most profitable business? And what is your easiest business? Most profitable. Define profitable. So the best margins, most revenue. Some of my businesses, I don't tell people what I do though, because I like the idea that I have a market cornered in some things. Do I sell rocket scooter engines? I do, yeah. I make more. Somebody said they make more than $200 a month from your stuff on Twitter. So whoever said that for 100K subscribers, you're doing something wrong. Oh, for your Twitter? Oh, yeah. If you make $200 a month, somebody says that they make $200 a month total. Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed the context of what you're asking. Got 3 more to give away, guys. Best ROI. Can't tell you that one. So we have 100,000 user accounts at Rocket Scooter who've ever used Rocket Scooter in the history of Rocket Scooter. And that's what you're referring to. Like how many people have signed up for the platform in the 6 years it's been around? You guys got to remember, Rocket Scooter's now a 30-person company. There's 30, well, underneath the umbrella. There's 30 people that work here. It's not just Matt in a stream, Brad in a stream. We have 30 employees. Very massive organization. I mean, I don't even post on social media half the time. I don't even, in my Discord half the time, it's not even me behind that account. It's like, the funny thing is watching these little clowns on Twitter beefing with my paid assistant. Like, that's not even me out there engaging. I'm literally like, me and iDoc are at a bar sipping some wine. I get a message, somebody's like, who's this person? Well, I don't know. It's not always me on X. When I'm here, it's me in the daytime, but at night, I don't post on Instagram. I don't post on our TikTok. I don't post on X. I don't even mess with people on Discord. I have people that take over when I get off. In the daytime, I'm here. Like in the mornings, but... I outsource my socials. So it is funny watching like the little trolls beefing with my assistants and stuff. Silently clone Matt. I don't have time. A lot of people do the same thing though. When you start getting big, and a lot of people that are big on socials have big organizations. You should see like Max, right? Max Options. Max got like 25 employees too. He posted a picture when him and his team all went out after the event to celebrate dinner. It's like 25 people. People think that streaming, when you're small, streaming is just you and a camera. When you get big and bigger, streaming is a whole team of people. Running a massive organization, a whole team, it becomes a big team of people. Yep. Couple more giveaways, guys. People don't realize that. There's a whole jump ahead. Like if you're trying to grow as a streamer, you might be you and a couple mods in a Discord. But I mean, we have a trading platform. We have a whole team of developers. We got, you know, admins, marketing assistants, accountants, bookkeeper, lawyer, the whole caboodle, partners, board of directors. You're not even sure this is me in front of the screen? Probably not. But on Twitter at night? No, that's not me posting. I didn't know that. Now, my verbal instructions to my assistant doing that are sound like it's my voice, sound like me, but it's definitely not me posting on socials. The engagement posts, all that stuff. Posting Brad's stream, all of that, that's not me. Once I get out of here at once I'm done with My Fun and TV, I'm done. I step away and everyone else runs the company. I go enjoy my life, you guys. My assistant's goals and my team's goals on social is to create engagement. The goal that I have is to grow us to be the #1 viewed stream. And as you see, the views keep going up and up and up and up. They're doing something right. They're putting us in front of other people. That's the goal. Get other people to talk about us in any way possible and we'll grow. That's it. That's their instruction. Do whatever it takes. It's working. Oh God, the Christmas song. Do you guys remember this one? Hold on, I want to hear this one. I got a good trade the other day on Darb stream. Oh, well, no, on Darb stream, I jump in and talk. Like, on Rocket Scooter, on Darb stream, that is me, yeah. That's not social, that's different. So when IDOC and I jump in on Darb stream and hang out, or jump in on Neon stream, that's really me talking. Most of the time. The Rocket Scooter handle, that'll be me. It'll also be Brad if he's talking. Or Neon if he's talking, depending on who's... If I ever need personal security detail, be happy to help. That'd be nice. Looks like I'm losing my level here, so I don't know if it's gonna work out. But at least that was the right place to take a stab at it. So you see how there was a pivot and that it's failing to reverse, but that is the right place that I wanted to have an engaged position at. Oh, so last person to claim either. Whoops. 3 more people. You guys stay tuned. IDOC and I are going to go pick up her car today. So probably maybe she might stream on Twitch or something. We'll see. So has no resistance. This is the only place there can be resistance today for the most part. It's not a strong short. That's the thing. I don't normally short from here when DD's greater than half. It's not a good short. It's just a fundamental resistance on a longer term scale. On a day trade, if I were to short off a DD at the top with it being greater than half, it's a very small short just for a scalp. It's like a short for a scalp, not for reversal. Forbidden shenanigans. Congratulations. Yo, this is the biggest morning stream I've ever had. Holy crap. 11,863 views. This has been record-breaking week after week after month. I'm completely blown away, guys. This is so... Y'all are so great. I love it. Y'all have been showing so much love to Neon stream, to Brad's stream, to my stream. Really appreciate it. I guess my assistant's going out there beefing with all these little Twitter people, bringing in the viewers. God, it's almost like I play chess in this space and I figured it out. Give me a little credit there. All right, so this is it. Am I going to get squeezed? Am I done? That's it. This is the final go here. One more. Looks like I'm losing this though. Dude, what an insane pump the last, like, I would have never thought that sort of I never would have thought that would have come out of the Iran stuff. So about 30 is going to be my stop area. So I can actually build inside of here to bet that we get below it. Mike Z, 4132. Mike Z.
it's so fun. It's the giveaway. Free stuff coming your way. Rocket scooter squads, time to shine. Big vibes, big wins, it's so fun. It's so fun. Big vibes, big wins, it's so fun.
All right. You get the last one. Wait, hold on. Is that 20? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. One more.
You're hammering that mouse like it's urine. Red candles dancing. Every click's another sin.
Cruzo Swan FinTech. All right, this is it. 10 points on S&P, right about 7,000 and some change. That's the kind of stop here. I'm going to take one, like I said, one more. This is my last attempt trying to fade this one.
She'll bleed you dry, but the chart don't give a damn if you live or die. The chart don't give a damn. The chart don't give a damn. The chart don't give a damn about you. Rocket scooter knows the truth in the flame. Rocket scooter might just save you from the grave. The chart don't give a damn. The chart don't give a damn about you. Down on a gap up clown show. FOMO in your veins like cheap whiskey flow. I drew the zone, said boy this is the fix. You left it market, now your account's in the ditch. Screaming at the screen, calling it rigged. Begging breaking the candlesticks to forgive. Only one voice cuts clean through the lies. Rocket scooter said wait or die. The chart don't give a damn. The chart don't give a damn. The chart don't give a damn about you. Rocket scooter knows the truth.
Dang. All right, here it is, right on the edge here. 10 points on 69.94 to 7,000. This is sort of that peak area. I'll consider stopping in a little bit. Incredible pumpage today. Is that it? All right, 20 winners. Congratulations. What you guys need to do to secure your prize is you need to go to my Discord, go to my Discord, go to the contest channel. In that contest channel, talk to an admin named Slacks. Send him a screenshot of your YouTube ID from inside your account. Let him know that it's you. We know that you won. All those names, you winners there. Congratulations. Get yourself a free Wrapped account. Don't forget, pass one, get one with My Fun and Futures. Click that link right now. We'll take you to My Fun TV. I'll be live on My Fun TV for our afternoon session. Lunch Money with Matt. Come back here in an hour. Neon will be live to take the afternoon stream. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Have a good one. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to check out Brad's stream later on tonight.